ready to fire away. A digital breeze from cybernet seas. We may not make it out of the bay. Just unwind, it doesn't matter anyway. Try not to freeze or throw away the keys. The predator is now the prey. Things could be different. Things could be alright. Things could be innocent when dark becomes light. We're online, ready to fire away. Powered by a dream, connected to a screen. The rebels in 4K. When dark becomes light, we're online, ready to fire away. Powered by a dream, connected to a screen. The rebels in 4K.
right, chat. Let's see if my webcam is gonna be fine or if it's gonna be all kinds of buggy again. We'll find out together because I haven't looked at it. Dude, yesterday I looked at it and it was fine. Today I'm looking at it without prepping it. And 3, 2, 1. No, okay. Is this just gonna be a thing? All right, Blizzard. Dude, I blame Blizzard. I don't care. I know that Blizzard. Why would Blizzard be in charge of your webcam, Dal? I don't care. Thanks, Blizzard. Appreciate it. So we're just gonna add some gain and hope that it stays. I look gray, but also pink, like old. I'll need to figure it out, man. Also, I don't know why I'm wearing a button up. I don't know why that top button is buttoned up. That feels terrible. I don't even like button ups. I like V-necks. So this, I hate this. I hate this thing touching my chest, like the buttons. I don't know why, dude. I don't have like any weird sensory things, but that feels weird, man. That feels, this is why I wear V-necks, dude. This is why I wear V-necks. I can't even wear normal shirts anymore because it feels like, you know, when the shirt collar normally is like snug around your neck, touching right here, right? This part, it's like between the throat and like a collarbone, just something just sitting here. Even just keeping my fingers there, right? I don't like it. It gives me like weird anxiety. I can't help it. I hate it. I actually hate it. I've never known myself to be like a weird sensory person until I just started wearing V-necks. So now wearing a normal shirt just gives me like weird feeling in the back of my head. I can't help it. Am I the only one? I have to be the only one, dude. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. How y'all doing? LG open. I will get it open in a second. I don't know if we will have the regular. So I normally Boris would hit me up or Rip Flex would hit me up and be like, yo, we'll get a group running up and running. I'm going to be doing it myself real quick. I don't know if they'll be around. We'll try to do. So chat, we have been kind of almost avoiding playing over on the NA. Not because I'm avoiding NA, homies. It's just, duels kind of started to die off towards the tail end of War Within. So we just started doubling up over on the EU. I don't know if we'll even be able to get enough bodies today on an 8. We'll just have to wait and see. You know what I mean? I have no clue, right? So we're just going to give it the best shot we got. Top button always feels weird. Yeah, I feel like if a weird thing about it, like wearing like an actual dress shirt with a collar that goes all the way to the top, like right here, those are fine. Like dress shirts, maybe it's just the fabric. It's got to be the fabric at that point. It's got to be, right? It has to be. I'm just gonna do a starter build. This is not a real character. This is a character from Mop Remix. I am gonna make a group here real quick, boys. Under Molten Core is where we're gonna go. 5V5 1V1 DUELS. If y'all want to join in, you're more than welcome to. I am going to change it to competitive. I like how you need to select what type of a group this is. And I'm just like, competitive. Let's go. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell, dude? What the actual hell? What's up, Ham? How you doing, my guy? What's up, Jake? How you doing, my man? Borisel, how you doing? Welcome. You're the first one in. Let me get my other stuff going here, too. And let me get the music going here as well. Is that loud? Oh, it is. Loud as hell. So chat, we're gonna try to see if we can get some groups together for 5V5 1v1s over on the NA. We'll see how that's gonna go. Hey, NA duels are back if you're ever interested in joining some. Lizzo, I want to see if I can get all the regular homies back in on these. You know what I mean? Guardian is an M+ guy. Jerdus, I don't remember if he does stuff. Hey, NA duels are back. Feel free to join up if you want. We got a few spots open, and by few I mean literally all of them. Yeah, tell Jake Powell what I said to you in private. Wait, what do you mean? What I said in private? You said, awesome, it's me, Mikolai. I shall not bully Jake Powell anymore. Is that just gonna be like, actually I am gonna go bully Jake Powell? Why Jake? Out of all the people, why Jake? What has Jake done? I feel like Jake should be the last person you should bully for any reason. Oh, MDGA guys were on. I actually saw them doing some stuff on BGs, running like a pre-made yesterday. I don't remember if they were, I think it was line side. I think it was like, I want to say, I think it was a pre-made, but I'm not 100%. But it was somebody on the Horde running as Alliance in Battleground, so I'm assuming that was a pre-made. But yeah, Blame the devs for not inviting people to the beta. Bro, seriously, yeah, the devs, I don't know why they did not like get anybody rolling. Yeah. Chat, I will say right now, NA those are looking a little rough. Big bleeds, my man, who is that? Who is that? I'm not seeing a lot of people on NA, by the way. So now I'm actually thinking, we're gonna try NA. What I'm thinking to myself is the on. Is Bayek on? I was gonna be like, yo, NA is looking a little dry today. Maybe I should start like reaching out to see if any of the irregular EU homies are on, man. Maybe we can pivot. Maybe we can pivot. But yeah, those definitely should have invited more people to the beta. I feel like that would have been fantastic. There was definitely a lot of, oh, Kaderic, how you doing, my guy? Are you playing Assassin, that thing? Let's go, dude. Let's go. Maybe it was from Metsu. Hey, man. Gonna try to get some 5V5 1V1 duels going tonight. Let me know if you feel like doing something together for it. I'm a whisper Metsu. Maybe Metsu will be like, yo, let's have 5 of his homies and we'll get 5 of our homies and we'll get a couple of games back to back on each other. So join the queue. I can just invite if you, whenever, if you want. Yeah, we can get Joe Walsh in here too. So who else can I invite, man? Ren? I don't know. I don't remember the do stuff. Hey, Stone, we're... what Temple is the Thrallus? Oh yeah, he's doing the time walking stuff. Okay, that makes sense. Dude, I still gotta do my time walkings. I need to do 1 more week of time walking stuff to get my mount. I have not done that yet. I probably need to, man. Invite? Alright, we'll get Joe Walsh in here. Get the pallet, you know, when... There's already in a group. I can whenever you leave your... There we go. There we go. There we go. There you are. There he is. But yeah. Wait, Tank is on Classic and read. Okay. Makes sense, actually. That was pretty random. I mean, it's whatever you choose, man. If that's you turn over and you leave, that's you turn over and you leave, man. You know what I mean? I can't flame that. I can't get mad at people trying to, you know, better themselves or whatever. Not bully Jake. I'm cool with that. I'm perfectly cool with that. You know what I mean? But yeah, chat, I was looking at yesterday. We got like 9, if not 10 games out yesterday on EU. It was crazy. Like, I was just looking just through sheer raw amounts of footage. I'm like, this stuff is awesome. So, like, you know, sometimes you do 5v5 duels, and like some of the duels are just like super long, drawn out, and kind of like back in the day, we used to have a lot of rogue duels where a rogue would spend like 20 minutes just resetting, and it's just like, unless I cut down all the resets, the footage is kind of a dud. I don't really know if I want to post it. I feel like I already posted enough rogue content at the time, right? I was like, it's kind of a dud. So it's like, maybe we got 6 duels out, 1 is a dud, another's done. It's like, okay, really 4 functional, 3 are really, really good. You know, so I'm just like, I would just want to put the best of the best up there whenever I do upload. But like, all the EU duels like were really, really good. The only ones were kind of weird is the Boomkin with Drudy, but I think it's just Drudy playing like how he used to play Boomkin. I think he does need to probably do a little bit more sustained damage, but like, he does get some wins. CBC Classic is going to be so dead. There's no gold, no need for gold outside of Mount and Raid consume. So after P1, it'll be an Exalted everywhere. You have nothing to do in the game aside from Raid log. Yeah, and also they did the thing where didn't they also do the thing where you just cannot? It's pretty much illegal. It's bannable to do any kind of carries for gold, or like gold runs or whatever. Is that what they did? It's so weird. Wait, it's kind of weird that there's no need for gold. I guess unless you buy like your WoW token, but like you can't even do carries really. Yeah, that's weird. Can't do carries for gold. But isn't the value of gold more than just consumables? It's like subscription. Like people would just pay for the subscription with it. No WoW token. Never mind. Never mind. Forget I said anything. Forget I said anything at all. Yeah, actually, that does kind of... Maybe they're just trying to recreate like the OG experience of like playing Classic. Maybe? Like, I have no idea, honestly. Yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can still gather up as many homies as I possibly can. Is he on a paladin now? No bear? What the? Vision of Stormwind. I haven't seen people doing Vision of Stormwind in some hot second, man. But I guess it makes sense that you kind of want to get it out of the way. ASAP. Rogue Mizrav? Maybe I'll one join in. Everyone starts ABC with 100 rating in arena, so I'm probably gonna go hard on 5v5s. Really? Wait, so you don't need to do like that initial like climb? Wait, seriously? Wait, that's actually so good. I feel like if you get a really good comp going from the get-go and get a couple of wins, you can get quite a decent bit of points to get gear, right? I don't understand. Yeah, I mean, so with 5v5 1v1 DUELS, it's just always going to be like, what, a portion of the base, right? My channel, the duels are my favorite thing, but it is like always been kind of like a niche community thing more than anything, Nikolai. Right? Like at the end of the day, that's always been just like a niche thing. You know, I like it. I think it's my personal favorite. It's something that I really enjoy. That interaction with like the homies. But also like NA, I feel like on the EU will get a little bit more participation and it's a little bit more lively. On NA, it's been a little more dry. That initial PvP curve does not exist. Super beginner friendly. That is really good. That is really good. I wonder if it's gonna like throw people into the deep end though, like when you're just not really great at like as a beginner player. Because what is nice as a beginner player is like you get started out against other beginner players, right, off the bat, and then you kind of get to climb afterwards. And the grind gets cut, you know. But there's quite a bit of a grind to like really build up to like your first like 1500 rating. As it goes, but yeah, and it hasn't really shown up in the KY. It all depends on the expansion. Shadowlands EU could play at any time of the day. Whether it was like 5 in the morning for EU, they're getting ready for work, and I'm hopping on those like, okay, I can do one now. I can do one. I gotta go to work, but I can do one. Like, they're dedicated. And then EU started to play a lot less during Dragonflight specifically, but NA was showing up. NA was up regularly. NA was playing all the time. And like Dragonflight was the expansion where EU, like they kind of quit that expansion, but NA kept playing. And then War Within came around and like it switched. It just kept switching back and forth. So it's like sometimes like during the low end of the season, EU just keeps grinding, but NA doesn't really stop playing. But sometimes like when the season starts, EU is grinding for the gear, but NA is down to play. So I don't really know exactly when is the best time. It's kind of like trying to like, it's like NA and EU are just different kinds of birds. And you know how birds migrate during different seasons? I'm sure there's some pattern between NA and EU players, but yeah, EU duels, like, there's a pop-in. Those get going pretty easily. It's really easy, right? I hop on, Leo already has a group ready, and then we can basically slap a second group pretty much immediately and then go in. And what is it, the other day when like during the lull of War Within, right? There's nothing going on, absolutely nothing happening. We did duels over on the EU, and we had 3 groups going. When there's nothing happening, we had enough people for 3 groups, you know. And that's how the duels started way back when we initially started. EU always had more like players engaging with the content than NA. It just has been like that for like ever, except unless Dragonflight, right? Dragonflight was just like a, I think, weird like switch, a weird switch completely. Yeah, I think it's just with gear more so than skill. I think if we did 1600 minimum to start buying gear or some shit. Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. I guess it makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because when I started playing, I was already playing by Cataclysm. So by then, they did, I think, have some items that were locked behind rating, but not all. By MOP, I know they got rid of that system altogether. You could just buy all the Conquest gear with Conquest. You just needed time to grind out for it. But yeah, I can see why they would start people a little bit on a higher rating, just so you could like start earning and unlocking the gear instead of like grinding up and then you can finally start unlocking gear, because then the disparity between players is going to be quite big, especially compared to players that started the start of the season and started just spam winning games and get all the gear, and now they just have that gear advantage. I was thinking maybe they should just at this point like remove the rating. I mean, that's part of what made classic. That's like a core classic PvP thing. But I'm wondering if maybe they could have just also removed that rating requirement to just allow people to like. But I guess that wouldn't really work, would it? I guess that wouldn't really work, would it? Because the whole system is built on you get rating and you get gear. That's the reward structure. So I guess starting people at a higher bracket makes sense to a degree. To some aspect. Okay. Yeah, I guess it's fair enough. Alrighty, who else could I pester for duels? I was hoping that Metsu, the boys from Name GGA, would maybe like be like, yo, hit me back up. And then I'll be able to like, I could ask Vamp, I could ask Stone. Stone was on earlier. So we could probably get like a 5-man group going, but getting a second one would be a little rough. Let's see if Boris is on. Yeah, I'm gonna hit up Boris real quick. Because Boris is usually pretty good at grabbing up a bunch of homies together. They give out the glad mounts in Classic, by the way, so wait, what? They gave out the glad mounts in Classic, by the way, so I don't want the rating to be gone. Oh no, I don't want the rating to be gone. I was just thinking like the gear, what is it? Gear, what am I trying to say here? It's like a gear rating system thing, right? That's what I really don't. I was wondering like if they could remove that, if that would maybe improve the system. Like you get conquest and you buy, yeah, you rating requirements to buy gear, yeah, because basically it's like the idea is you would get enough. Does it even cost conquest for? Because okay, I should also preface this. I don't know exactly every nitty-gritty detail of how gear and points and all those things function for TBC arenas. Do they have conquest gear that you get? You get arena points, so basically conquest points, right? It's like a separate thing than honor points, right? You get enough and you use it to spend it. So like, yeah, the idea I guess would be like, do they have a cap? Basically conquest, I think. If they have a weekly cap, then it's basically conquest, because then you basically get arena points and then you spend it to buy items like you do in conquest. I'm wondering if they could just remove the rating requirement for it, but I also don't know if that would work because the entire system was built with rating intentionally originally in mind. So yeah, I don't really know. But yeah, that's actually a really good question. That's a really good question. Okay, so who else could I? Does Ren do these? I don't remember him. Miserab? I can see if Miserab was doing him. We're trying, I might as well start asking around, right? Oh, so just wait, no, never mind. Okay. I was thinking I was about to ask somebody else. Arena season starts the day before raid comes out, so I see before adventure. Wait, so I'll see before adventure to Carousel and hopefully get a few arena items. Yeah, go for it. Definitely. I think it definitely would be worth it, you know. Grabbing and pick up while you can. Probably would be a really good idea. I wonder how Bayek is doing, because we didn't see him yesterday at all. Didn't really get to get too much of Bayek gameplay yesterday. Hopefully that guy's doing okay. But yeah, I was just wondering to myself initially, like, if they were to remove the rating from gear, would that make, like, gearing up for PvP and PvC. If that would be an improvement or not, but it's just such a different system. I'm assuming to get designed. To get too much Bayek? You think so? I think Bayek is a homie. I think Bayek is a good guy. You know what I mean? I like Bayek. Bayek has never been like mean to me at all. He's helped out make groups in the past, so that's what I was kind of wondering to some degree, like maybe if he's on EU, and I'd be like, yo, Bayek, would you be interested in if we were to pivot and do some EU games tonight instead? Because last time we did it at 5 p.m. EU time is like insanely late. We still got a team together. Paladin fatigue. I can totally feel that. I can totally feel that, man. I can totally feel that. Yeah, I feel like after War Within in particular, War Within Paladins and PvP did generally pretty good. They were, if not even pretty good, they were generally a very, very popular spec. Like, I can't say for sure if there were like best comps were always had Paladin, but in solos, there's just a shitload of Paladins. Like, objectively, there's just a ton of Paladins, more than any other spec in the game, in most of War Within. So I can totally feel that Paladin fatigue. It's kind of like when rogues are everywhere, you get rogue fatigue, or if like Feral Druids and Shadowlands with the Necrolord stuff were doing insanely well. I can totally see that. What's up, Blade? Hey, dude, my guy. But yeah, I got a couple of whispers back. We'll see if we could potentially scrap some together. Any Palas? What? Yo, there are 2 on this team. So if you did want to play against, or not against a Pala, you would need to join this team. That being said, I am trying to get a group together. Like, this would be the first group, and I need to get a second group. NA is looking kind of dead, though. Not gonna lie. It will be. I'm trying. I'll be trying today, but yeah. We're supposed to hit KSM. Really try push. So might go 3K. Glad it's not over 2i, but no, I'm slept. Oh, okay. Yeah, so it looks like Vamp. I hit him up. He's haven't slept and just trying to push stuff. Yeah, man, that's spending next 2 weeks trying to work. That's spending next 2 weeks trying to work out my main and alt for midnight in order to getting Shadow Priest DK fatigue. Shadow Priest fatigue? DK, I can totally see it because we're doing insanely good at the start of the midnight pre-patch. I got nerfed, I'm pretty sure, but Shadow Priest? Is Shadow Priest fatiguing? Are Shadow Priest fatigue worthy? Arena points is conquest with no cap. You can grind forever. Oh, what the hell is that? Okay, well, that kind of explains why they have rating, Jake. That explains why they have rating requirements, where you basically could just grind and be fully geared. There's no weekly caps, huh? It's crazy. Hope it was well. What's up, Eris? Hey, my guy. Try to see if we can get some NA groups going. NA, it definitely got a little bit, what's it? NA got a little bit of a, what is it? The duels on NA kind of dwindled over time. So I'm trying to see if I can get something going here. Learn Holy Victim next back or try push higher. Sounds good, friend. Yeah, Holy Priest or Holy Paladin. Either way, those are both good. Those are both very, very good. Was it the pre-patch? Right now it's about like farming mounts from the Dimensius Mythic, doing dungeons just for the fun of it, doing a last minute gearing before the next expansion, figuring out what class you're gonna main, and in a couple of days with a weekly reset, we're going to begin the pre-patch event, which will mean that you got more stuff, cosmetics to farm, mounts to farm, rares to kill, world quests to complete, zone invasions to participate in, gearing, like last minute gearing with champion track at the very least. So there's at least a chance for that. Right now, this system is so weird and awarded in turn per 10 game basis, depending on rating that you sit in at the time. So you get a amount of points every 10 games, and it's all based on how much rating you have. Is that real? Bro, what do you mean? I have to do math when I'm trying to get arena points? What? I don't understand. I don't understand. Playing mainly PvP. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm doing Lock or Shaman next season, mostly for PvP. I think Shaman seems like a pretty good way of going about it, mostly because you can heal or DPS, and I imagine that gives you like a lot of like flexibility. What's the point of gearing up for midnight now when the new season starts anyway, and the current gear won't be worth anything? That is a great question. I think a lot of people feel that way until you tried gearing. Like if you ever done like if you ever had a max level fully kitted to the teeth character at the end of an expansion. Oh, second win. Okay. Well, we got at least one group together. We'll try our best to get something rolling here. I'll try to make a second one if possible. Gonna make lead and try to scrap together second group. Appreciate you boys for even joining in, man. Okay, somebody's gonna have to make him lead. I meant to make him lead. Somebody's gonna have to pass him lead, unless he just randomly gave him lead, and then it's fine, dude. That reaction of me just going that was real. My brain skipped a step there. Meant to pass lead to 1. Haven't logged in a region for months, been in TBC. How you liking it? Master Sack and Warlock always seems fun to me. That could be good. I think Demonology is looking really good, and so is Affliction. The only one that's a little kind of stinky is Deathstroke, but it might be tuned well. I just don't like the way that it plays at midnight. Not the biggest fan. It's like not that different, but it's just like I just don't like the talent tree, I guess. Personal opinion. Yeah, but no, gearing up before the next expansion, I mean, you're gonna be like kitted to the teeth and you're gonna be blasting through the content. You're not gonna need new gear and you're gonna feel like a god walking along the open world content and doing quest after quest. And you're not gonna need gear until like last 2 levels. Like that's the only time you'll actually need to start replacing the gear, but the rest of it, you're just gonna be slamming through all the quests, all the mobs, all the rares. You're gonna be able to solo a good portion of it too. You're not going to need to rely on other players whatsoever. So having good gear now ahead of the next expansion does mean that you get to start at an expansion super giga strong. There is a massive difference, and I felt that difference going from Legion to BFA, where I didn't need to get any gear towards the tail end, like last level literally. That's the only time I started replacing items, and then doing heroics when I got to high enough level or whatever. Same thing happened BFA into Shadowlands. Shadowlands into Dragonflight. You don't really need gear until the end there. And then Dragonflight into War Within. I did not need to replace gear, and I was smashing through the content so fast, so quick. And only when I got to Ashka Head did I replace a couple of pieces. But like a lot of the gear, like trinkets from the last end game raid, will probably be your best trinkets until you get some dungeon trinkets at max level, all the way to the end of the next end of an expansion. Yeah, like it was insane running around with like the Drestergath spikes from BFA. I mean, that would just solo rares for a good bit into like Shadowlands or whatever. And I imagine a lot of the gear that we have now is just going to be insanely strong heading into the midnight. Like actually ridiculously good. Dalaran my rogue, how you doing, friend? What's up? Lag, how you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one. What are you gonna play? Looking forward to playing? I mean, rogue for sure. Yeah, I like the outlet changes for the most part. It do seem refreshing. It's kind of like refreshing but also familiar, because I played BFA version of Outlaw and we're basically back to BFA, where maintenance of passive compound building and spending, like that maintenance gameplay outside of Crackshot, is essentially our main form of gameplay. And it hits really hard, so it feels really good to play. Legion to BFA was the weakest I ever felt going forward. Yeah, I think it's because of lack of legendaries. But it still felt pretty good. Like a lot of those things were still usable, at least for like half the levels. Debating on buying Salabar Trinket for leveling. What is the Salabar Trinket again? Is that the casting one? Salabar Trinket for leveling. Prodigious Projector. That's probably going to be pretty good, yeah. 78,000 cosmic damage is pretty nice. 1.2 minute cooldown? Yeah. That's pretty good. I can see it. I don't know about that one is the best option, because it's an okay. I actually feel like Plexus Sentinels, Eradicate, or Canocore like procs so often. Seems to work proc pretty well. Maybe that Screams of Forgotten Sky, but that one's really good on bosses. Oh, that's actually a good question. Sigil of Cosmic Hunt is really good. If you are agility class and you want a passive trinket that does damage, Sigil is insane. I will say this from somebody who's a Sigil enjoyer. It is really good. Or cast, you could play Naz the Mystic Lash. That one is okay too. But like any kind of stat procs are pretty okay as well, generally speaking. Yeah, bro, for Solo Shuffle, what would you say? For Solo Shuffle, would you say have more agency and power, Shadow Priest or Daddy? Oh, which one of those two specs would have more agency and power? Shadow Priest or Daddy Warlock? Same old debate, in my opinion, changing. I think Warlock, but just a little. Shadow Priest is trainable. Warlock, people are gonna sit on you as well, but Warlocks at least have instant cast capabilities, especially as Affliction. You're still gonna have to do a lot of video image to cast, but having a pet, having all that insta CC, I think is gonna be very, very helpful because you have AoE Fear, which you can follow up with a Mortal Coil. That's a really good combo. Shadow Priests are going to be good, but you're going to be reliant on your healer and on trying to juke every single cast. So I feel like Warlock's going to be a little bit less punishing. That's just a top-down take. I'm sure like a Warlock main that played maybe both Shadow Priest and Warlock will be able to tell you a more rounded approach, a more rounded answer. Like the advantages and disadvantages of playing one over the other in like full-on one-to-one comparison. But like that's how I would approach it. You know what I mean? That's what I would say, me personally. Did we lose Sheet Death or what? No, Rogues or Rogues did not lose Sheet Death. Fury Warriors did not lose Sheet Death. It is just an Inspect Talent tree. I think Last Stand, if you talk about Last Stand, yes, Last Stand is gone. Last Stand is now only prot, and it's only like whenever you pop wall, you just get a free Last Stand. But yeah, that Last Stand that we had, whenever you get like super low in health and you get it, yeah, that's gone, unfortunately. Yeah, so it all depends which last stand, which Sheet Death you're talking about. Because there's multiple different, I guess it all depends, like every class is a Sheet Death. Technically, Death and some Sheet Death, it's just so atrocious and useless. Like, what could they do about it? Nothing is the answer. Nothing at all. But the Fury Warriors have it. Actually, I could have just showed you. Yeah, so kill to be killed is there. But now your captions are anger management, which used to be there. Stance Master replaces Sheet Death, which gives you better berserk and better defense stance. You got Champion Spear and Battlefield Commander, which is a PvP talent. But yeah, DK Sheet Death is trash, bro. It is so bad. It doesn't even do anything. I don't think it does anything for blood either. Although I feel like it should have a big healing factor, like a massive heal factor. At least it should provide you like a huge absorb or something along those lines. Like, I don't know, maybe, right? Maybe. Chat, we'll do this. Since it may look like NA might be a no-go. I like hanging out with you boys. I like chatting, but at this point, like, this stream is just a chatting stream. I don't think we're gonna be able to, I'll be honest, I don't know if we'll be able to get some NA deals going. Like, in terms of BNet friends, I don't have enough friends on to get a team together. Until Boris lets me know that he is down and Flex is down, I think we may just need to put NA duels on back burner. Basically what I'm seeing from other Warriors are pretty bad right now. Might just be a pre-patch thing. Thoughts low. Yeah, that's a good question. I know that Warriors were doing pretty okay over on the Midnight Beta. That being said, they always had some tuning problems until they started to get tuned a little better. Majority of my like preview that I've been looking at Warriors has been through the talents and the Apex talent and what that offers, and the hero talent choices and nodes. I think those hero talents are pretty decent. Spec talents are looking better, but they're not perfect. The class talents are okay for PvE. Like, there's some cool utility like Javelineer where you can use Shattering Throw or Record Throw to silence NPCs. That's sick. That's cool as hell. And he's eeping again. I can't blame him, man. I can't blame him, honestly. How many we need? 5 to make a second group. Yeah, Joe Walsh, I appreciate you for trying to help you out. Yeah, well, basically we need enough bodies to make a second group. I'm pretty sure I asked all the homies that I have on Real ID that are PvP Andes, not PvE Andes. But like, yeah, I normally would have Boris and Flex, or maybe dudes from MDGA putting stuff together. But tonight, yeah, we did this whole second group. EU was a lot easier yesterday because what is it? Either we get Bayek making a group or Leo making a group, or even without them, it feels like EU is just like more readily accessible to like hit up, unless it's just like, unless the New Year's and they're all out drinking. That's the only time where EU is just like not really probably gonna get a lot of games in. But yeah, but to play Gnome full time is definitely fun. Yeah, that's atrocious. Gnome is, I would just go Night Elf at that point, man. At least you can like dodge, right? And then you can go Mogs. But yeah, Gnome for the root breaks, that is pretty rough, honestly. Wait, hold on. Don't Fury Warriors, don't all Warriors have a Berserker stance? Don't they have like Fearless? Removes all movement speed impairment effects. Hold on. Cooldown of Berserker Rage is reduced by 50%, and Berserker Rage removes all movement speed impairment effects. I'm sure that accounts for slows, maybe not roots, but like, that could kind of replace the Gnome racial, right? Tank? A WAP? Whatever? Would that not replace it? Hold on, do you actually need to play a Gnome? I think you get away playing Orc or something. Someone who looks good. And just go Fearless. Unless you need like a Fear Breaker specifically. Because you still have a Fear Breaker. But now you have like a little more utility out of it. I don't know if this removes roots though. It seems like movement speed impairment effects, so like slows and things. But some roots are not actually a root. They just reduce your movement speed down to like 0. Yeah, I didn't get whether it took it out of Avatar and I had to use a Fear Break to get out of roots. Lol. That is odd though. Well, yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to argue with it. That is odd. Is it really not part of? Oh, and increases movement speed by 5%. Okay, so it gives you movement speed by 5%. All right, well, you got it. You know what? I think it's probably better. I think it's actually better to have the Fear Breaker, at least. Because look, cooldown is reduced by 50%. You cut down, what does he do on that thing with the talent, actually? I don't know off the top of my head. 30 seconds. I feel like every 30 seconds you can remove a slow or break out of a fear. Look, against classes that don't have a fear, that's huge. I think that's pretty huge. Because normally, isn't it like a minute? I don't know, man. Maybe they should have just skipped the avatar thing so you can use that to break out of roots too. But like, I don't know, man. I feel like a 30-second break is probably better than minute. If it was a minute, unless it was shorter baseline. Unless they increase it with this expansion and then I just wasn't aware. But yeah. Yeah, chat. I think we might, unless we get some bodies here right now, or unless like Boris hits me up or Flex hits me up, I think we might just have to call it. Might have to. Which is unfortunate, but I'll just go back to playing my Devourer Evoker, getting clips. I've been trying to get clips here recently to try to see, since Devourer is doing insane burst damage. You guys want to see some of those clips? At the very least. Like if there's a chance we're just not able to do NA deals today, at least let me show you my clips, right? Let me show you my clips. Can I show you all of them? Can I like hit them all with and hit enter and like cycle through them? Seems that I can, right? Oh, that's a rogue. Okay, no, that's not the one. Okay, so I just basically could skip around. Okay, so I don't remember which of these are good clips. Some of them I've gotten some decent burst in. I've just been trying stuff. Oh! Okay, hold on. Yeah, dude, that guy just... Oh, hold on. That guy just absolutely got destroyed. Hold on. It was a good thing that was low in health, but damn, dude. The crit. I'm pretty sure I died. Oh, no, I just killed the guy in just next clip. Appreciate your take, bro. I agree with you. Oh, I heal, but Shadow reworks keep tempting me. I've heard mixed reception about Shadow reworks. Some people seem to like him, others not so much. But if you do end up going with Shadow Priest, I hope you like it. I hope it's good for you. Okay, so here, I'm pretty sure I decided like to dumpster this guy. Yeah. Yeah. And then this guy. Oh my god. It is filthy, dude. Filthy. Oh yeah, this BG. What do I do here? Is it earlier? Oh yeah, I think it was about here. I was just ramping. I wasn't even trying to play the BGs. I was really just trying to get so many like just clips, just for the fun of it. Yeah, I saw that guy's low. I'm like, I might as well. And then yeah, I don't think I killed him either. No, I did kill him. Never mind. I did finish him off at the end. I was just like, bro, Horde can't win a BG to save themselves. It is actually like incredible. It's actually like impressive. Was this something where I did a thing? I got cooldowns. That guy died a little early. That guy didn't even die. I think he just burst, right? Dude, I need like big debuffs again. I need big debos to see if somebody got a defensive. I'm so bad at tracking those. There was nothing that guy could have done. Did I kill 2? I did. I did double kill him. Hell yeah. I didn't even notice. Yeah, well, back to BC Haronier. Wait, pretty much, yeah. Wait, are you gonna play in Haronier? Hell yeah, if you are. That sounds awesome. What did I merc here? Because every one of the clips I merc somebody. Is it this guy? No, this guy. That guy just died to the basic hunt. Uh-huh. Bam. I don't think I even got killed. Yeah. A little bit of a scuffed burst. Oh yeah, we were just getting farmed in this one. This was a little tragic. Couldn't do anything about it. When did I burst? Was it the rogue? Oh, I think it was. Dude, I don't know how this rogue already got the helm of the Haronier, but this guy somehow already has it. I am not sure how he has it. I have no idea. By the way, this spec heals so much, it's insane. But this rogue was just like, yeah, let me just charge that, yeah. Haha. Poor guy. Is it the next clip? Did I do something here? Is it the evoker? No, it was a DK, I think, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Or was it this guy? Did he just randomly get crit? Yeah, I guess he got crit. It's fun, man. It's super, super fun. It does take like a setup, though. I'm pretty sure I went healer. No, I think I went the evoker here, actually. Did I? I set something up. I don't remember. Or that or the rogue. I'm not even sure. I beam. I don't remember exactly what I did. No, it looks like I did healer. Yep. That. Cleave him down. This guy's the only one left. Yeah, but like the amount of like you could just see. Look at the damage meters, right? Go in, burst, burst. I'm pretty sure I even landed a kick, so he was locked on unholy. But yeah, we all got a wipe there. It was really bad. It was pretty rough, man. And this is the other group. And notice I got a bunch of devourers as well. I think I shut down the devourer. Do some base damage, just trying to build the resources. I have my meta. Or maybe I went for the healer or mage. I went for somebody here. Oh, I think it was rogue. Got cloak, but doesn't. I'm pretty sure cloak. No, he immune something. But like that guy was just by himself for a second, and all it took was just like 2 hits. This guy went to res him. I unfortunately couldn't stop it. Had a kick ready, but I think somebody tried to juke kick him, or he juked the kick. But yeah. But like if you could just solo, if you could just find somebody who's by themselves, 1, 2, 3. Just a couple of globals. That's all you really need. And then I think this is where I went. Oh yeah, we had the FC. I think I was basically just trying to bait, like, oh, I'm definitely gonna go FC. Look at that. I'm gonna hit him. Healer loads him up with hots. That guy has all the defenses. This guy's just by himself. Blasted. And that's it. Just take him out really, really quick, right? Really, really quick. Because healers could either, like evokers in particular, you have to hit somebody else and start focusing them. So then this way, they can't even use that big, like, heal. Because they have a heal, W heal, just heal nearby ally. But going on the tank, he's looking at the tank the entire time. He's not looking at himself. And then you just need a couple of seconds and it's over. I think there's another one maybe. Yeah, we're getting wiped. Dude, it was so hard playing Horde. Actually, oh wait, no, this is Alliance now. This is me on Rogue. Never mind. What is it? I don't even remember this one. Devour, Demon Hunter, Devour, the Devour, Demon Hunter that tried to devour people? Basically, yeah. Oh yeah, I think I just saw my damage. Oh yeah, dude, this is where I was like, dude, Warlocks are going to be the bane of my existence, are they not? Because they have AoE fear into Mortal Coil, into normal fear, and then there goes a stun. I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to have to sit here into another fear. It's like, at least I'm immune, right? I'm immune for the next one. Pretty sure Mortal Coil, yeah, Mortal Coiled me, and I'm like, oh my god, dude, I'm going to get CC'd forever. Bolt into a Chaos Mother, all I can do is press feint. DK groups me in, but at least this guy porch right next to me, so I can just start cleaving everybody down. And he's somehow he can fear me again. Apparently I'm off DR that quick. Apparently I'm off DR that fast. Which I'm like, dude, what are the DRs? What is the duration? That just went guns blazing while cleaving people down. Just as long as I can auto attack things, things are gonna die. It's me and a Lucron, the Demon Hunter, which I don't think is a real Lucron, but like, it's just 3 of us. Looks like Steely came in too. I'm dying, bro. I'm just dying. I pinged this guy just to see what the hell he's at, and I'm like, I'm in not a great spot. I just got a line, and yeah, I'm probably gonna die if I run out. Probably gonna die, so I'm just gonna go peel out of there. And then yeah, what is the other clip I think I had? Oh, is this it? Oh, I think this is where MDGA guys were. Green, I think it was. Yeah, green, yeah. What is, oh, was this where you mean 2 mages? I think it was, right? By the way, I did use a healing potion. I was like, what is it we had? We had a whole like engagement at the beginning here. I got super low. I'm just like, maybe I live, maybe I live. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pop a healing potion. I want to live this. I want to live this because this guy's been focusing me the entire time. And then another mage walks in. I'm like, all right, gotta lock in. He got a reset. I gotta heal. Now it's a 1v2. I gotta lock in. Quick vanish, land a sheep shot. He doesn't have blink, so I'm gonna play around it. I probably should have blinded the other mage. He hit him with a breath. Smoke actually does help me at least live for a little bit. Breath, super unfortunate, is gonna rare frost me. This guy's still alive. I can reconnect with a blade rush at the very least. I have a sippy cup, stunned up. He's probably gonna blink, block, something, anything, alter. I can't grapple for some reason to the stairs, but pretty sure I vanished there or melded at the very end. But yeah, that was all that clip was. But yeah, so I'm probably gonna go try to see if I can get more clips and try to use the best ones for the thing. What other people have made add-ons to bypass the no combat add-ons? I'm pretty sure they have. Yeah, that's what it seems like a lot of people are following now. Instead of like a weak aura, now people are just making add-ons instead because there's more functionality as an add-on than like a weak aura like thing. I love Assassin Rogue, but now on my Horde tune I miss my meld a little. Placebo likely, but I feel like I noticed a lack of move speed. I definitely don't, but I've been a Nelf Rogue for a few X-Packs. I think if you've been enjoying Shadow Meld for a while and the move speed, yeah, I think you will notice it a little bit. I'm somebody who played Nightborn for like the longest for my Rogue and Blood Elf, so I didn't really play around with Night Elf that much. Even when Night Elf was meta, I played a little bit of Draxir, I went back to Nightborn, and I only went Night Elf because I was like, well, I want to... Outlaw Rogue and Crackshot is a really important mechanic. I need more of that, especially Mythic Plus or possibly in PvP. Plus, racial-wise, Night Elf sim better than Nightborn. So I was like, well, I want to drag my raid team down. I want to play someone that's viable, right? So like with a good racial, which can actually be used for like some mechanics and things. Not a lot, but few. But yeah, I just want to play someone that's a little more meta. I like the 8 spec. I like it a lot. I think it's awesome. I think it's really cool. I really like it. I think it's very neat. I think it's neat. But yeah. Ooh. As a warrior with the best weapons? That looks sick. I like it, Jake. I like it, man. I think as a Drakthir, like all armored up with these like sharp talons, I think it looks awesome, man. I think it would make it for a fantastic Fury warrior. Almost like a Demon Hunter wannabe kind of deal. And you like what games today? No, actually Ty, no. NA, it was really hard to get a group together, man. We got one group together, we couldn't get a second one. So I think I'm probably gonna call this stream here and just erase it like it never happened. But we tried. We had a bunch of games over in the EU at least, so that was enjoyable. But over in the NA, yeah, unfortunately could not really get much going. Sadly. Who messaged me just now? Ty? I can get a second? We need 5 people, and I'm pretty sure the first group that I put together is losing bodies, so it would be a lot of people to get together, man. It would be unless if you want to try it, man. Yeah, none of my guys are on either. Yeah, the entire group just basically went offline. That entire group we had, the first one that set up, it was the one offline. Dang. Yeah, we'll just, you know what we'll do? Can we do 3v3? Like we could, but like that entire first group that we had, after I said like I don't think we're gonna be able to get groups going, they fell apart. Chat, it just, look, the way I see it, it's not your fault, it's not my fault. I appreciate you for being here. It's just the groups over for games over for the NA region have been very rough. Like getting a group together for NA has been pretty difficult, plenty difficult. But yeah, it is People shopping for the end of the world this weekend. Oh, it could be that too. Yeah, it could be that because we do have a pretty bad snowstorm, ice storm happening in US too. We got 4 from the original group. We got 4 here from the original group. Are they online? I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. I would love, like, if there's a chance to actually get some groups going for NA and get some duels going, I would love it. I would love it if you could. What's up, Aura? How you doing, fam? But, like, yeah, EU duels and EU games, they're super, super easy to put together. NA, on the other hand, have been very, very difficult. So, yeah. So, like, if there's a chance, oh man, I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker for trying to get some groups going and doing anything duels-wise. Anything duel-wise. 3v3 and duels is 1v1. Like, we could. It just wouldn't really feel like 1v1 duels, you know what I mean? I mean, there would be some duels. Better than none. But I feel like it just doesn't quite cut it as a 5v5 1v1. You know what I mean? But, like, I'm like in between of two thoughts. Either we just like call it here and I figure out what we do next week, which we might just double up on EU, which might be the case until like NA we got enough people playing. But yeah, the interest on EU for duels has been really, really high. For NA, on the other hand, it's pretty low. Let's be invite homies. I mean, if you guys want to try it, if it's not firefight, it's a 3v3. We could try it. We could try it. You know what? Maybe we should try it. Maybe we should try it. You know what? Let's give it a shot. Let's actually try it. Because we got, what, 2 here? Yo, Ty, we're gonna try it. We are gonna try it. We'll try to get as many as we can into duels. If we get 5, then we get 5. If it's 3, then 3. 34. I didn't mean to say 34. Alright, so we'll get Ty in. Ty's already in a group apparently. I can when you're not in a group. Or if you want to sign up like this, Ty, that works too. We got 4 here. Yeah, so if you guys could get shits out, we could probably do 4v4 actually. Right now. Because Ty, I'm assuming he's going to bring like a, because he has multiple accounts, he's probably going to bring 2. Potentially. So if you're doing Survival Hunter and decided to re-roll because of you. You like Survival? I hope you enjoyed, man. Survival is insanely fun. Actually, one of the most, might be, outside of Rogue, the most fun melee I've ever played in all of beta. Hands down. Not only that it's a cool, but Survival is like, it hits, it peak. You know, Warriors are fun, but Survival though. Demon Hunter is pretty cool, Havoc, but Survival though. Survival is really fun. It's oddly enjoyable. It is. Some people really don't like the boomstick because they feel like it takes away from like the thematics of like of Survival being like a very tribal, hit him with a stick kind of a spec. But gameplay wise, I think it's fantastic. I think it hits really hard. It's satisfying. It does big damage with the grenades and the flame fang pitch and Mongoose Bites cleave thing. Sick as hell. Both the attacks are really good. I think so too. It was a set on Enhancement Shaman, but Survival Cheat is really good. Yeah. Enhancement is not terrible either. I feel like it could be really solid if tuned correctly. I put it in B tier. Not in a bad way, but it's like, it's pretty solid B tier. I also put Outland B tier though, so. Triple Boomstick? Yeah! Oh my god. Yeah. Alrighty, well with this, we'll have next to my ult. Perfect. So we could go 4v4 if you guys wanted to. We could do 4v4 like that. Is Caneric on? How many we got? How many you have? 4? We could do 4v4. We could do 4v4 duels, boys. We could do 4v4 because we got 4 on this team and we'll have 4 on the other team, and at least we get some games going, right? Let's do it. Hell yeah. I'm double checking with Caneric. Gonna try a boost to kill it. Now would you over? It will win you over. Dude, I'm okay. I didn't realize how many players had issue with the boomstick ability. Though I looking at the forum posts, people complained about it. I can see that it's not all. It is a loud portion of the community. I just don't know if it's a majority or if it's a loud minority. But they're definitely loud about it. So yeah, I have no idea. But the Pally is lead Porcel. Ask him him to pass you lead. We will do 4 duels for the time being. So unless we get a 5th over for each team, technically if WAP wanted to come back, we can get a +1. We could make him 5. We could make it a 5. But for the time being, we could do 4v4, and I'll just make Ty lead and queue him. There were a tribal community when we were summoning spirits out of our ass and spamming little grenades. Oh, where were the tribal community? You know what? That's what I thought. Like, remember that the guy came into Discord saying like how wrong I was and how like the community, he got the support of the community behind his take, and I was just like, holy moly, this guy's like super into it. But then I looked at his Discord profile. I was like, okay, that explains why he's so into it. But it was just like, what is he on? First of all, I don't like it when people are like, you know what? I have the entire community by my side, and the entire community agrees with me. And I'm like, imagine if I just went around spouting stuff like, let's say I think about rogues and I was like, oh, how do I know this true? How do you know I'm right? Well, the entire rogue community agrees with me. And I'm like, I don't speak for the rogue community. I don't think anybody speaks for the entire community. I can just tell you my take on things. And the guy, like, I just saw it as his take. But he's just like, the entire community agrees with it. I'm like, I get it. You're really, really passionate about it. I looked at your profile. I understand why you're so passionate. Man, I don't know. Sounds like a plot to Captain Grimm video. Maybe. I have the power of head and God on my side. It does give off that kind of like a feel about it. But like, it's so aggressive. And it's like, Jesus, man. Down got 4. Perfect. Okay, we do 4v4 then. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, it should be okay. It should be okay. We do a 4v4. Who is your main? I guess Talman is your main, right? Just double checking. Unix and wait, so I have Unix at it. Wait. Oh yeah, Talmud. Okay, so I'll make Talmud lead. And I'll whisper Talmud. Talmud X. Spectator match. Talmud X and Caneric 5 Nagrand 1 works. I just have to do a specific character and not BNet unless it bugs here, unless it bugs out right now. I don't think it should, but no, it worked. I got it working. I don't know what the hell bars are gonna look like. And by the way, there's a weird outline that I can't control. Midnight beta warning. Cause new DRs to error. Reload UI fix as soon as Blizzard fixes error mode in DRs. Is that because I have S Arena on? Is that what it is? It might be S Arena, right? Alrighty, switch. Got ourselves at the wait. What? There's 5? Wait, there's 5? I thought you guys said there's 4 of you. Apparently there's a 4v5 now. I thought it was gonna be 4v4, but apparently they got a 5th. Hold on, maybe we can get a 5th or for the team 1. Hold on a second. Canary told me there's 4. Apparently there's 5. I guess we had an extra. All good. apparently it's a 4v5. Okay. We'll just have to make it work, right? We'll just have to make it work. Holy. Alright, who's gonna be first? Is it gonna be survive? I can't even tell who's who. I hate how they new help. Oh my god, I can't tell who's who. Wait, is it porcelain? It is Porsa. Porcelain? Porse. I'm gonna call it Porse. Be a Porsche? It is gonna be the boomstick for survive though. Good grenades off the bat. It is gonna be some damage out, but survival disarm onto the red paladin as the survive. Looking for a little bit of that survivability. Wall is active. Got him some auxiliary in case he needs to. Might be in a bit of trouble. He's gonna go for a quick feint death. I think trying to avoid as much damage from that big hammer coming down. May need to go for a turtle. That is just a lot of damage. With Bob gonna be up next. Is it Bob? I can't tell the names, dude. I can't change the health bars, by the way. I cannot change them. But Bob, TMSP. Bob, I guess is gonna be the name. Got him some immunity as Porsche try to see if he can get out of there. Buff is sweet. The outline budget cheaters. Yeah, dude, the outline, man. So the outline changes. Look, it's purple. Wait, isn't it purple? It is purple. Wait, so it changes color depending who I'm tracking. So now it's kind of orange. Purple for a little bit. Oh, now I think it's full purple. Yeah, it changes depending on what I'm tracking. I am going to remove the outline in a video format in case it's because of video. Have the community behind me? Yeah, exactly. As bot just trying to see if you can live this here. Hodge onto Force. Force does have an immunity. No Blessing a Saint. Oh, Blessing a Saint. No Spell Warden. It is going to be Blessing a Saint out. It looks like bot may be in a bit of trouble. Lay on Hands does get used. Unfortunately, you still cannot track the cooldown of Lay on Hands. But Force so far has been able just to live this for a good bit. Just absolutely able to keep that range damage onto bot. Maybe looking for a bubble here. Bot may actually need an ability right here, but looks like Porsche is just going to continue slamming damage at him all the way to the bitter end. With Talmud going to be up next as a Beastmaster Hunter. This is his camo, by the way. He is visible and translucent for... is it translucent? Do hunters even have the translucent effect anymore? Did they bug it out? Definitely for us in Spectator, we can see him. He's not translucent for us, bubble out for Force. I think he's just expecting a lot of damage from Beastmaster Hunter. Look at that mobility! Look at that just chugging along. That guy got the sprints. Got himself also a trap down. He's going to go for a lockdown onto Force, but Force with a hand of freedom. Keeping on top of Mud. Got himself full wall available. Force may not be in a great opportunity here. Great spot. Does have a Shield of Vengeance. Those pets attacking him. If Talmud gives himself another Beast Shield, Wrath, and line of sight onto Force, he's going to be in a great spot right now. He just got to make sure he got a good angle here. Beast Shield Wrath does get used. He's going to go for a little bit of self-heal. If Force comes out, he's looking at the damage he's taken from those pets, by the way. It's actually really solid. He's going to get himself the bear flying in there as well. Traps are down, but the Hand of Freedom keeping him moving. May have to go for a turtle. That is a ton of pets all around him. Unfortunately, Raptor, which is an undead pet, does get stunned up by the Wake of Ashes, which is really unfortunate. With a turtle shell out for Talmud. Is Forge just going to be able to run amok this entire time? Mud just needs to make sure he's got himself the best angle here. By the way, by Mud, I don't mean Mud the Warrior. This is not Mud the Warrior. This is a buddy of mine with a character named Talmud. Not Mud the Warrior for sure. Wait, actually, hold on. Where's the super low? Hold on, stone! Oh, so close! So close. I wonder if he had a kill command, he would have been okay. He definitely needs to catch a camo. Because Big Bleeds are going to be up next, and you're going to kill him with a Garrote or two. Actually, not a Garrote spec. Not a Garrote spec. So Talmud is going to need to spend this entire time healing as much as possible in order to make sure he also gets a turtle shell and trinket. He's going to need both of those. He's definitely going to need both of these things. Also, we got Unix here as well. Make sure you move around as Unix from time to time, by the way, Ty, because Unix will get DC'd. Unfortunately, Unix will get DC'd if you don't, like, wiggle him around from time to time. Or maybe make him run into a wall or something. Yeah. There we go. The rogue is right dangerously next to the hunter. I wish we could see the whole translucent effect on the hunter, because you can't really see that he is camoed, that he's in stealth. He's not just waddling around like this. He's literally invisible. The rogue cannot see him, although for some reason we just can't see that effect. Numlock running not working? No, because you're moving into a wall, but you're still standing still. So moving into a wall still counts like standing still. If you're not like actually, if your position isn't changing, Blizzard will think you're AFK. So just from time to time, you want to make sure you wiggle. Because he's basically on two characters, so you can play both of them. On the Gladi map, which looks absolutely gorgeous, man. It looks so good. Oh my god, it looks so good. It is going to be flares with traps all over the place. Big Bleed trying to see if he can waddle in. He knows if he walks in there, he's just going to get caught. He knows there's going to be a trap waiting for him. So question, Cloak? He's going to go in for a Cloak. Gouge to try to see if he can get himself full kidney shot. Trinket immediately up, and it's going to be full burst out of the rogue with a cheap shot. There goes a massive burst damage. The Salmon have anything. Knocked out for a second. Step is available yet again. Does he have enough? Separating himself from the rogue. Pain down for a second as he has no help whatsoever. At the very least, rogues no longer have any bleeds. So the hunter is going to be able to go Beast Shield Wrath. Those pets are going to do decent damage behind the pillar. Kill commands would be even better. But at the very least, they're going to do something. Turtle shell before the rogue can get himself a proper opener with a bit of that first aid. You still have a hunter's mark, so you know exactly what the rogue is, and you're about to summon up an additional beast to your aid. So you got plenty of damage available. But now you have the rogue without a trinket. This could be an opportunity for you to land a bunch of CC. Getting the shot around the corner, and unfortunately, I think it's going to be lights down. And does have Unix set up and ready to go. Hodge immediately full Wake of Ashes. Not much you can do. Blind does go for a trinket. Try to see if he can end the rogue right here, right there. Playing the hammer build actually, because you got the spinning wings and spinning hammers. That's only if you're playing the big hammer build. Cheap shot as the rogue trying to keep the pressure rolling in. Got him some big tricks to burst, but it looks like he's out of juice and needs to get out of there as fast as possible. No Hand of Freedom. for the Paladin. Quick gouge to try to see if he can separate away from the guy. Try to see if he can pick up a bit of a reset. Big hammer waiting above the man's head with a wake of ashes. It is going to be lights, unfortunately. Unless you can somehow land a stun, but you got to wait until those DRs are properly set up. Clap Mac is going to be up next. Is that supposed to be Clap Mac and Cheese, maybe? But at the very least, it's an opportunity for Unix to possibly try to see if he can get himself a full 1v5 or 1v3, 1v4. He got the rogue down, and I like Clap already. You know what? I don't know who Clap is, but I like him already. Look at this guy. He gave him a proper honor duel. Honor match. We are rolling into 6-minute mark. Dampening is going to only start to scale higher and higher, but he still gave the man at least a chance for a proper duel. As Outfire Mages. I swapped the wrong guy accidentally. Poly, full meteor coming down. Big combust. Spell immunity for the Paladino. So at the very least, he can maybe tussle with the mage. Alter time, unfortunately, is already available. I wonder if he's playing for the altar that will automatically alter him when he gets like to 25% health. Quick interrupt onto the Paladin. Unfortunately, no bubble for a few seconds. Does he have enough? Scorch should do enough damage. He made it to bubble. Unfortunately, does end up burning down to the mastery dot as a fire mage. Forcell pick it up too. Well done. Let's try to see if we can get another one going here. I also would love if there's a chance to try to see if we can get another one for Team Ty. If possible, but yeah, auto farming anyway. Yeah, exactly. Let me know, Ty, if your team is good. Unless you can somehow get you guys a +1. Because we got 5 on Team Kineric. Maybe you can get a +1 for Team Ty some way, somehow. Maybe there's somebody in my BNet that logged on now. Demonic Lily? I don't know if Demonic Lily will join. So you got 4. I'm going to look at BNet real quick. Try to see if we can get you guys a +1. Okay. Last one. Last guild. Last one. Unfortunately. Unfortunate. Push group possibly. No, it's an M+ guy. Yeah, got one. Okay, nice. I'll give you a sec to see if get another for a 5. Otherwise, yeah, we'll give him a second. 4v5. I was thinking it was going to be a 4v4, but I didn't realize Kineric's team had a 5th, which is cool by me. I am trying to see if we can get potentially give Ty a second to see if anybody in his guild will be interested in joining, because then there will be a 5, and then we can do a proper 5v5. My Palabind's not set, sadly. Oh, good. If you want to like do that really quickly while looking. Yeah, I appreciate it for even bringing a character, man. I really do. Midnight Duels. What are we, 9? 10? Pala out for an ult. Yeah, go for it. Totally. Yeah, it's your group. You have full control of how you want to run it. Just make sure, like, whoever else is in the group know, like, yo, I'm gonna switch up a character. Because I feel like if somebody sees a group go from like 4 to 3, they'll be like, oh, it looks like they're falling apart. I guess I'll leave too. That's usually what I try to do, is I'll let them know, like, hey, this guy's going to be switching over. Don't go anywhere. Just a quick swapperoo. Furious is playing Slayer in raid without taking Blaze-Storm, huh? Oh, really? There's no shot. No. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Hold on a second. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Find logs. Raid. Let's do Fractalus, right? Fractalus is the most like tank and spang boss ever. Fury. What? Okay, hold on. That's pre-patch. No, that's not pre-patch. That's 11.25. Ram Rancher. Oh God, you are right. They are ignoring the Overwhelming Blades though, so you don't need Blade Storm since you're not doing Overwhelming Blades. You're basically getting Violent Euphoria, Deadly Focus, Unhinged. Wait, why? You don't have a Blade Storm. Why did they pick it up Unhinged then? I guess it doesn't make sense whether you pick up Overwhelming Blades or the other one. Huh. That's so weird. You are right. Why in the actual hell? Wait, what is their damage output? What does it look like? It's just melee, raging blows, rampage, crushing blows, slayer strike. Crazy. 5? Oh shit, dude. Ty is the man. Ty saved it, dude. He saved. He's the man that saved Christmas. I'll need to also find his character name again just to make sure I get it right. It is Talmud. Talmud X and Caneric 5 hook 1. I'm a target. Maybe it's the Unix. Caneric 5 hook 1. Yeah, try it again. Talmud X, right? Talmud X. It doesn't need a target. What in the hell? But it said need a target. Is Caneric on? Oh yeah, it's on. Okay. Unix. Yeah, Vex and B-Tag? I don't think I do. I can add them though. I can add them if they're lead. Main Outlaw Midnight. I'm definitely gonna main Rogue. I'm thinking to do main Outlaw. Vex is on, I can toss him lead. I will need him on B-Tag. Oh, what the hell? Did Blizzard clear this out for me? I feel like, did Blizzard clear out my BNet stuff? I feel like Blizzard cleaned out my BattleNet requests. I know that I used to have a lot more than just 3. Okay, Blizzard. I'll go with that. I didn't decline you guys. I had like 8, if not 11, usually at all times. I remember it grew it down to 40 at some point. It was really hard to manage. Yeah, I'm planning on playing mostly Outlaw, but I'm gonna play Rogue as main Rogue. If Outlaw is still good, then I'm gonna play Outlaw. If for some reason it's bad, I'll probably play like Sub or Assassin, but I think the plan is to mostly focus on Outlaw. I've been liking it a lot. It's a lot of fun. It's back to form, back to BFA roots, and I'm kind of okay with it. Vex, add friend. Ooh, I did wrong thing. Vex, hashtag 12116. Here we go. Did I turn on friendly nameplates? I'm not sure anymore. Okay, well, I added Vex. And I do have them. Okay. Click. Vex. Nice. Perfect. Which was a combat back in the day. I think it's as close as you have it to a combat like back in the day. The only thing you're missing is like what? Maintaining ruptures or just pressing eviscerate. In the beta warning. This might be an add-on that I'm running in the background, right? I might need to disable it at some point. Actually, could I just do it now? Oh, it's S Arena probably, isn't it? Probably S Arena. But I think this version of Outlaw is as close as you can to the old school combat, but like one that has some flavor. I do think the original combat is neat, but it's like, I kind of like the piratey aesthetic of Outlaw, right? It kind of mixes two things together, but then it got guns. And as a good old American boy, as a good old American boy, not born here, but essentially raised here, I do like me my guns. So it's like the whole pirate aesthetic is kind of sick, honestly. I don't hate it. Which. Yeah, when the event comes out, I'm gonna try gear towards Outlaw since I'm starting back up. Yeah, haste and crit is all you need, man. It's really, really good. Clap gonna be first up over for the team 2. We do have a team of 5 over for the team 1. Whatever alts and mains you have, by the way, Ty, just make sure you wiggle them around. So I'm guessing you. Ah, look at that. I like that. Just make sure you move them around from time to time. You gotta make sure to wiggle around. Poor Jor. I think I combined the words polymorph and Jor. I almost said something that could be kind of sus, you know what I mean? Ultra out for Clap Machine as he's got himself shields. Big Phoenix damage onto the Paladino. Does get himself a blind onto Clap, at least I'm pretty sure. Dude, those Scorches are painful. Scorches hurt a lot. Hold on, he might just need a couple of scorches. Clap, maybe looking for a block here. Does get himself a cauterize. That is a bubble. That is a trade. It's Jor trying to see if he can keep the pressure rolling in here versus Clap. The scorches, maybe, no, the guy still is in execute range. That is getting him a lot of procs for Pyroblast potentially. Is going to go for another Polymer to follow. Pyroblast hard cast? Wait, what? Huh? Hold on. He was hard casting Pyroblast and it just never left his fingertips. That is so odd. Jor barely alive, but immediately Demon Hunter is just going to connect. Not going to give him a second to land a breather. With the Rogue up next. Trying to see if he can skulk over here around the corner with Vex. Trying to see if he can get himself a setup. The Demon Hunter going up in the air to make sure he doesn't get him CC'd. Guarantee himself immunity. There goes a cheap shot, but a Sigil of Misery is going to connect on that secret technique, which is so unfortunate. The Rogue can go for another stun, but a quick imprison. And the Demon Hunter has plenty of damage. He's got himself the big setup with the, what is it? The Eldraki Reaver. But as you see the Glaive throw fly in, the Rogue is going to be able to back up out of there completely. That sap is so perfect for the Rogue right now. Just got to be a little bit careful here. As it's going to be the Demon Hunter blasting himself, breaking out. I think that might have been a stun by the Rogue, but I don't think it was able. Yeah, it was a kidney shot, but he was able to immune it with that little backflip. Is going to try to see if he can find him real quick. He is out of stealth, kind of weaving in and out. I think because of a bleed, keeping him out in the open. Eyes are available. Spectral Sight, I think, should also be usable sometime at some point, right? Kind of wish you could track Spectral Sight as well for Demon Hunter. Just a little quick charges by the DH. He get himself a little shield every time he does himself a little charge, just to give himself a little bit of that survivability. I do like it. And there's some talents the Demon Hunter's been playing with, like double charges, where you can charge and then rush back to where you were. There's some cool systems there to give himself a little bit more livability. It's kind of neat. The Rogue has not a lot of health. Unless you can find a way to lock down the DH, that Glaive is going to take him out. With Demon Hunter actually prepped and ready to go for another big wombo combo damage-wise. Haste is what I need. I'm sorry, my short-term terminology was awful. Oh, no, you're good. Yeah, haste is what you need. True. You need like 30%, but after that is crit. Crit and haste for sure is what you need. But technically, you can play with low haste values, but just 30% haste is very, very achievable with gear right now. Definitely worth picking up. Slab's coming out with those tentacle exhaustion now for Zato, who's trying to keep himself alive. Quick interrupt on Shadow, maybe looking for Disperse here pretty early on, unless he's got himself something to follow up damage-wise over on the Demon Hunter. Flying Nelf is just not letting these guys do anything whatsoever. He just absolutely continued to wreak havoc over and over, continuously slapping him with the Zothian tentacles, but it didn't matter. This guy's health just didn't even move at all. With the Hunter going to be up next. Holy, Talmud versus Flying Nelf. This guy, he's got plenty of damage, plenty of output. Trying to see if he can get himself around the corner. Stunned by the Hunter. Bisho Wrath available. Got himself the line of sight. So should be able to get himself more pets and hopefully get himself those procs that he's looking for. Whether it is the boar, whether it is the bear. Even the wyvern can be really, really good too. But I think the bear is just a lot more better as a passive drop. As Flying just trying to stay up in the air as best as possible. While his outpost eventual retreat stays up in the air, he basically just immune to CC. So you can actually use that to immune any freezing traps, any of those things as he closes the gap. Turtle Shell out for Mud. As Flying Nelf is in a decent spot, he just needs to be very, very careful with the next CC. He's got himself eventual retreat. If you can time it correctly, there goes a freezing trap, maybe a stun to follow up. Trinket, you got a stun coming up very, very soon. Maybe a stun right here. There goes a stun. Is that enough damage? Are you going to be able to get the kill commands going? Beastmaster Hunter got plenty of damage. Flying just needing somewhat of a survivability he can. Big Hunt to follow up. Is it going to be enough? Wall for the Hunter. And is able to truck down the DH last second. But unfortunately left with no health whatsoever. And Porcel is going to be third to last actually on here. Maryland so far has not got a chance to play at all, man. At all, dude. We got to give this guy a chance. Is going to be a stun by ONYXIA, which is going to be Ty the Hunter on in second character, helping us fill the groups, which I appreciated. Getting locked out on Holy, unfortunately, might put him in a rough spot. There goes the blind by Porce as well. And this is where it might be a bubble. Leon Hands does come out. Both Paladins have everything available here. It is going to be a reverse pressure by the ONYXIA, by the Pally ONYXIA, who is playing, I think, still into the Hammer build, not a Dom build, right? Is he Dom Light? I can't tell, actually. I can't tell. Yeah. Cannot tell. And Porce is trying to see if we can set up on him. I really like that cloak you got. I think it kind of fits that set super, super well. It's like a fiery red with that red looking set. The elite set looks so good. Unix is going to get himself an immunity. He knows that off of that immunity, yeah, he's playing the hammer build based on the hammers that are spinning around him. Playing the Bing Bong Templar, which is very effective. It is still kind of bursty. Dawnlight, I think, is just really nice for that consistent pressure. Try to see if he can maybe juke a kick. Does get a juke out for the other guy, but will need to use a bubble here. He's out of immunities though, so for Boris, he's actually in a good spot. He just got himself a Shield of Vengeance. He's going to wait this out. Unix is at a point right now where he could potentially just fall over. Not a lot of immunities to stop gap the damage. Does have a wall here as well, which is not going to be enough, unfortunately. Just trying to see if he can survive and live. Looking for as much self healing as possible, but at 31% dampening, I just don't really know what much he can really do in this situation. As much as he's looking for a heal, he's just absolutely out of mana. Last bit of Hodge, but unfortunately, Forge just has a lot of pressure. And Flying picked up 4. I didn't realize he got 4 like that. That's crazy. Chicken. Yeah, man, Dawnlight is just still so good to this day. I was hoping maybe they'll make Dawnlight and that whole build less of like a must-have go-to, but we'll just have to wait and see what they do with it. I'm hoping they tune it so it's like at least you can play hammer. Stand in the middle of a fight. Yeah. Unfortunately, when people do that, you usually die. As a rogue, I'll tell you, I get told all the time, like, cowards stay in the middle of a fight. I'm just like, dude, the game developers literally program my class to die if I do that. But Dawnlight, I think, lets you definitely get away with some free damage while just chilling behind the pillar. It's still super good. Let me know, Ty, when you got 5, or if you still got 5. Boris did message me back. Didn't know you were doing it. So, yes, we... But yeah, Ty, let me know when you are good. When the team is good. I do have Vex as lead, but I don't think Vex knows how to do this whole like lead stuff. So checking in if the team is 5 still. I know I probably should be messaging Vex, but I'm assuming you passed lead to Vex just so Vex AFK? Okay. Yeah, just let me know whenever we're all good. See if it's coming back. Okay. Boris, worst of worst, can take over because Boris is hopping on. He messaged me back. Chat. Who was it that said we should still do duels? It was Bryce. Yo, Bryce, I want to give you cred, man. I want to give specific shout out to Bryce because I was like, yo, I'm just doomer. I'm giving up, boys. And Bryce is like, yo, let's just get some games going anyway. So I was like, all right, we'll just do 3v3. That quickly turned to 4v4, and that quickly turned to now we're doing 5v5 1v1 DUELS over in the NA. We'll see what we do next week, but maybe I should just start like, you know, just he's back. Okay, awesome. Okay, is the team ready? This Canary's team is all good already. But yeah, I'll keep you guys up. There we go. Spectator match. Vex and Canary. Oh my god, Vex, your name is so easy to type out. Gonna do Dalaran sewers. We're gonna send you guys into all the arenas that I like. And we'll do one Tova run. I probably should have done Tova run next. Because I want to give the mage an opportunity to play a big map. There's a lot of the... Oh, and the Hunter too. Beast Mastery and Mage probably would enjoy a big ass map from time to time. I imagine that'll be really good. Really healthy. But yeah, Danny, I do have a guide on rogues in pre-patch, so if you want to follow that for like stats and gearing and things like that and talent builds, I am trying to keep it up to date as best as I can. As best as I humanly can. I also hate how these health bars become this small whenever there's other players, but it only happens after doing the duel stuff. They just shrink, but it seems like as soon as I log off and log on, it disappears. I'm watching it, thank you. Yeah, man. There's a video guide, but there's also a written guide in Discord as well. Start out with Assassin. If you wanted to just dive into Outlaw, you could. Like, this would be a pretty good expansion to play Outlaw just from the start. It's not as complex as it used to be. Team ready? Okay, well, I'm gonna try Tol Viron. I'm gonna try a different map. Because I think maybe Dalaran sewers just didn't work some way, somehow. Try queuing another one. But yeah, I think in past expansions, if you wanted to like, if you wanted to say you wanted to start with the easy rogue spec, I would definitely recommend people start with assassination. But if you want to just dive headfirst into outlaw, it's like as streamlined as it can be. ZFK or not, I may have to take lead, get another. Yeah, so we might need to swap him out, worst to worst. If he is AFK or offline or something, that may be a situation where, yeah, might need to pass lead. Yeah, SAS looks good in Mythic Plus, and that's what I've been playing most. It looks good. Yeah, if that's what you want to play, man. Yeah, then I also have a guide for that as well. A video guide and a written guide. I'm here. Yeah. Yes. I am seeing if yeah, I'm seeing if we can get you a spot, because Vex, we do have a 5, but Vex if somebody is offline, it looks like, or AFK, one of those two. So we may have to swap in Boris for Vex leading a group. But yeah, so for Assassin, I have a video guide, I have a written guide as well, so if you want to reference those things at any point, you can. It looks like Assassination Deathstalker seems to be pretty solid for Mythic Plus, and it's what you could technically play Fatebound for everything if you wanted to. It's not terrible, but I've been seeing people play Deathstalker a lot on the beta, so that's why I have that as like the talent build that I recommend people play, just so you can get used to it. Otherwise, yeah, it's a really good spec. We're gonna make a listing. Yep. Yep. If you're lead. Yeah, Ty. If you are lead, if the lead got passed out to you, yeah, you could list it up. List it up under Raid's Legacy. List it under Molten Core if you can. How would it look like if you were trying to list for Molten Core? Legacy Raids? Raids. Okay, Molten Core. Yeah, okay. Boris, they are listed under Molten Core. There they are. They are listed under Molten Core. Listed. Okay, I think you got it. Got you pretty quick, huh? There it is. Yeah, I passed Boris lead. And you can pass that new guy lead. Have him added on real ID. Good stuff. Beautiful. I'm lead. Beautiful. Nice. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Caneric 5. We'll do a 12-year-on, right? We'll do a 12-year-on map. I think it'll be just fine. I know how it goes. I appreciate it, man. I really do. I really appreciate it. I'm hoping rogues are tuned well, by the way. I really love the way the rogues play. I just hope they're tuned well, man. I hope like the changes we got are actually kind of pog, kind of exciting compared to the last few expansions, right? Maybe I'm just like looking at rogues with like too maybe I'm giving the Blizzard devs way too much credit here, but like rogues have gotten absolutely zero work on them over the last few last three expansions. We were just like very stale play style, not a lot of like new mechanics or really enjoyable mechanics for that matter to play into. Like it's actually atrocious. And then all of a sudden they were like, all right, let's actually put some effort, new class talents, all those things. And 3 specs, absolutely redefined, except for Assassination. That was more familiar, but like the AoE changes have been amazing. That's why I stopped playing them, miss the style and lore rogues. True. But I think this is looking like a pretty good expansion for like redefining what Outlaw, Assassin, Subtlety are all at. Yeah, I like it a lot. Which. Looks like we're missing somebody on team 2, but hopefully they'll be able to load in at some point in the future. Are they starting to invis? He is starting to invis, that's for sure, but why does he look invisible? Oh, straight up actually just looked invisible, huh? Like a bit translucent. It is going to be the shot if he's getting hit with a poly. Does get himself a void. Why am I drawing a blank? I was going to say void gate, but it's not a void gate. Rift rolling in. It's gonna go for a little bit of self-heal. The clap, just trying to see if you can survive those massive shields. Phoenix doing a lot of work. It is gonna be a disperse. Zara is gonna be under a ton of pressure. Big silence, lots of opportunity to actually clap back. Is it gonna be enough though? is going to go for execute. Big slap by the tentacle. And it looks like Mac is barely alive, but he's not going to go for a block. He's not looking to block this just yet. I think he's just going to try to see if he can maybe get out of the way and maybe go for a reset. Invis for a second. Wait, actually, Viz? He's still got a rift on you. Oh, you're going to have to block it. You're going to have to block it. It is over. It is so over if you don't. Actually, SATA was in a good spot. A quick massive spell would have been the end too, huh? It's going to go for a massive spell either way. With the tentacle barely in the health. That shield not going to last long at all. Where's that pet? Oh no, where did it go? Did it just disappear? Clap with no health whatsoever. How are you going to live? He needs a shield. He doesn't have cooldown reduction. What the hell is this man going to do? Sitting down for food. He can't even take a bite. Holy! At the very least, good thing Shadow Priests are not a very mobile kind, right? This man is literally letting passive regen keep him alive. He immediately removed the shield, but that global gave him an opportunity to at least set up a poly. If you have anything to follow up, I think it might just have to go for big damage, right? G-Pie, Meteor, try to see if you can make a play. That Fade, Silence, Shrink to follow, but unfortunately, there was not much you could do. And that Rift is actually going to reposition for Maryland instead. Holy mo! Who are missing over on team 2, by the way? We're missing somebody, but hopefully they'll still load in. Maybe there's a bit of a just delay on them. Might be a... Oh, actually, Zaudo might be looking for big defenses here. That is a full bubble out of the Paladin. He may need to go for Disperse. I don't know how he survives this. VE is also going to be a must-have here because his health is not looking that good. He is going to need to get some kind of CC onto Merlin. Just try to keep slapping him with that tentacle. Silence to follow. He knows he can still get rebuked. He's just going to try to see if he can heal. No rebuke out for Merlin. And unfortunately, he does. Even through mind games, I think he just lands a kill. That or mind games never really left the fingers of the priest. But it is going to be immediately. Talmud trying to see if he can get himself some sort of a little setup on the Merlin. Traps are down. Everything is down. Laying hands for Merlin really early. What is that shadow? Is that the Wyvern? I think it is Wyvern shadow, isn't it? Just looks so odd. Looks so odd from that angle. But it is going to be Merlin without a bubble and lay on hands. Has a bop or spell warded. I imagine you'd go for a bop against the hunter. Unfortunately, though, you could always just like purge the bop. You could always shank shot it, which will put him in a rough situation. And it is going to be Merlin, I think, just dead. Wait, what has happened? I guess I was thinking he was going to bop, but maybe he's like, you know what? A bop would be kind of useless. I'm just going to get a purged. I'm just going to try to heal. Maybe. What I'm noticing is I think the pets for Beastmaster Hunter actually do a lot more like sustained damage than before. Like it feels like those things while the guy's behind the pillar, I think especially while Bestial Wrath is active, they actually are more effective than they were. Like a lot more effective, man. But for Talmud, just trying to see if he can get himself a better positional. Unfortunately, Hunter's Mark, not on him, but look at the rogue. He's like at half his health and Talmud wasn't even attacking him. I think that, dude, what is this pet damage? These pets are absolutely taking down Big Bleed. Into a freezing trap? My goodness, just not letting this rogue play the game with an evasion isn't enough. You gotta make sure you're facing the beast so you're dodging it. Are you gonna be okay? Wait, he surrendered. He actually surrendered. That should, I think that should still count for the hunter, but look at the pet damage, man. Just keep it a distance. Force is the last one left on the team, but Force so far has been able to really hold his own in the past. So I'm wondering if Force is able to keep holding his own versus Tal into the double rogue and an extra paladin over on the enemy team. But this guy has been able to do some stuff so far. Wait, can you kill command while behind the pillar? Is that what's happening? Is this kill commands behind the pillar? Or is that just like some kind of proc? I don't even understand. Is going to go for mid charge, try to see if he can step away from Force. Force looking to potentially use any of his abilities here. Might be looking for a forbearance button. There goes a freaking trap waiting for him. Talmud does go for a full defense, sending those pets back in. It's just going to let those pets chew him out from behind the pillar. Look at him. His health is going down little by little. Unless you can like separate from the pets, which is exactly what he's doing. Slows on the pet. Separates away from them, handed for him to keep himself running. Another charge trap, just gonna proc it real quickly. If he can catch up and just hodge the guy, he's gonna be in a good spot, but he cannot get that line of sight. Force may be looking for a big button that goes to layered hands. Dude, look at these pets. While Bestial Wrath is active, they're eating him up. They're actually eating him right now. Bubble comes out. Talmud just gotta live long enough. That wall is gonna help. Shrink it for a second. I don't know if he can feign death. He just needs some kind of CC. There he goes, freezing trap. He's separated away from Force. Force able to recover a lot of health in that bubble. I don't know if he can go for a full camo, sending the pads back in, but Talmud apparently dies to the dots. That is not a feigned death, that's just a real death. Unfortunately, cheap shot by the rogue. Shadow Blades up immediately. Porus, does he go for a Blessing of Protection here? He's gonna go for a wall. Shield of Minutes proccing. Cloak by the rogue. Spell Warden is actually gonna be able to stop shadow damage from the rogue. Unfortunately, a lot of damage the rogue does still physical, but the shadow portion does get reduced, so it's gonna help a little. I think he actually connected. He connected with a blind. That is so good. Stun right after. Rogue with a trinket. Just seeing himself in just a slight little setup. Is gonna go for an evasion. Paladin knows he can just outlive the rogue and let it out to do damage. Next, unlock by the rogue is going to be deadly, but the human racial should keep you alive. Try to see if I can just keep the rogue dotted and possibly end them right then and there. Holy. No more demonic Dal. You mean like with the darker lights? Bro, I had to make it a little brighter. What else can I do? The lights is, the camera is brighter, but the lights didn't change. That's all I did is just add a bit more exposure. Although I don't like how pink it makes me look. It's like I'm gray and pink at the same time in my webcam. Porus does end up landing the kill on Rogue. I feel like as soon as he got the Rogue dotted and separated from him, that was it. I think there was no way Porus was going to lose that. But Jorl is going to be up next, trying to see if he can get some damage in. Got the slows pretty early on. That is going to be some damage out by Porus. Looks like, yeah, hammer hanging over the man's head. And Porus knows he's in a weird spot right now. He can get out of a hodge, but that's about it. He needs to play for the longer game here if he wants to win here. Securing himself a Searing Glare. Shield of Minutes up for Jorl. And this gives Porus an opportunity to at least back up out of there. Let that passive damage roll through Jorl. But he's going to get himself a little bit of a healing. Wake of Ashes is up and running with the full wings and everything. Jorl may be looking for some big buttons. That goes to Lay on Hands. Did they make it to the Lay on Hands? What is this damage by Porus? He just smacking Jorl's hellbar the entire time from a distance. Not letting him stay anywhere near him. Just getting the crazy procs back-to-back at him of First Aid. That is reduced by dampening. Quite a solid bit. But he might be okay. Potentially. Jorl is in a spot where he's just not an amazing spot right now, but he has Bubble, he has Bop with Spell Warden. But the other guy is now working down a bubble back little by little. Can break out of the stun if he wants to. Jorl went in for a stun but not attacking. He's really just following up stun into a blind. So it looks like maybe he wanted to go for some damage, but he just didn't have anything to follow up. I think he stunned too early and was waiting for Wake of Ashes, because that's what he did right after that blind. There goes, hey, Porus, that's a pretty good spot. Bob, technically not the worst. Spell Warden is much better against a Paladin, but good portion of Paladin's damage is Holy Strike, which counts as physical and magic, and will get immune by Bob. So it technically can work. Porus does get hit with a hodge. That's a wall. Human racial. He realizes he's kind of in a rough spot. Shield of Vengeance out for a wall out for Jorl as well. And Porus, I think, is now going to try to see if he can play for that bubble. If he can wait until bubble is back up and available, then Demoniac, I think, as a rogue, is going to have a much harder time cracking through those defenses. But opener, you're going to get a bubble, cloak, vanish out. Second opener, you can still do something. And that's going to be actually, I think, unless you bubble right here, yeah, Jorl, Porus knows he needs to play around the bubble. His goal right now is try not to give up a bubble of his own. And try to hopefully have a trinket available for the rogue as well. So the longer he makes the game work here, the better. Jorl could also really get something going here. First aid, he needs to get over there and stop the first aid as best as he can. Next stun could really be influential. Jorl can still get a bubble out from Porus and make Demoniacs do a little bit easier. I don't know if there's much of a win condition for Jorl. He can still do a lot of damage, but the fact that you have a bubble secure for Porus, he's in a great spot. Jorl, I think, realizes the situation. He knows he needs to go for as much damage as possible. He's going to get himself a bit of a self-heal to mitigate the damage he's taking. But right now, Porus is at no health, no mana whatsoever. Shield of Vengeance does get the stun. It is going to go for Searing Glare. So Porus can't really go responding. That is no availability for a Wake of Ashes, though. And this is going to be possibly where Porus gets forced to bubble. Might be in a rough spot. Jorl got some damage. You need to bubble this. There's no option. You need to add this guy right now. Another question is, will you even have anything for Demoniac? Jorl might just be alive. No. I was thinking it was going to live, but dampening is really, really high. Now the question is for Demoniac. Does he give him the honor duel? If he gives him a chance to at least recover, get first aid, get a full health, that is the honor duel, but he's still walking into a paladin who got a trinket, but no bubble. It still is in a rogue's playfield here. Definitely in a rogue's field. I do like that log you got going. It looks so good. Massive shoulders of the Torah looks really menacing. I will say this, I do like the what is it called? I do like the elite PvP version of that set, because it's basically this, but instead of like fell green, it's like nightmare red, like emerald nightmare. It's so cool looking. It's like black and red everywhere, and the effects being Legion green, they're all red too. Oh, it looks so good. By the way, as subtlety broke, if you want to run axes or fist weapons or swords, you now can mog those. You don't need to be running with daggers. You actually have such a big access to so many weapons as subtlety. So if you want to be a Tauren with big old axes, you could. You could. Big demonic blades, you could. Blasting protection off of Force. Cloak of Shadows for the rogue. He knows there's going to be something stepping right after him, kind of juking him. No more immunities. That bop was the only saving grace for the Paladino. He does have a trinket for the next go. Sap. Trinket stun. Trinket something anything. Stun. Perfect. This is going to be trinket trade. Force knows he can't go for a heal. Try to go for 80. Yeah, it's over. It's over. It's over. But Force did such a good job holding his own as they were missing a guy over on the team too. And Force did come out doing as best as he could, man. Best as he could. Let's get another one going, right? Let's get on the Moss. Hopefully we can maybe get Kineric a +1 so they have a proper 5-man. Unless that 5th person just didn't like, maybe it was just DC'd, never really got a chance to like Q win. But yeah, the Mage Tower set is all white, looks so good. I agree. That one looks insanely good. It looks insane. I feel like more people need to run the Mage Tower set. It looks actually great. I don't think enough people appreciate that one. But you're right, like a full, like all white version of that set. Let me look. Cause look, chat, look. Hold on, where are, I can't see which one it is. Remix, this is Legion sets though. These are Legion sets. Rogue, there it is. Look at that, oh my god, it's so sexy. I hate that mask, I hate that helm, but it like, this version is the best in my opinion. But like that style of helm with like this cowl around you with blades, I never liked it. Like the TBC version, I wasn't a fan, but this version in particular, ooh, I can let it go. But yes, look at that, it looks so sick. I love this one as well. Mythic looks so good, but yeah, the Time Warp looks great. Oh my god. Can't be able to let rogues win. You can mog daggers into swords, axes, and fists now. Wow, still. Yeah, so you can mog all of it, Boris. Need group 5 or need help? Double checking with Kenderic how the group is doing. Need a second account for the other team? Yeah, I'll see. Oh shit, I really can't. Yeah. So if you look, there's some cool mog things they've added. Hold on, like if you're a Fury Warrior, by the way, if you are a Fury Warrior and you're a fan of Vinland Saga, if you're a big fan of Vinland Saga, as a Fury Warrior, I don't have gold on this guy. Yeah, I don't have any gold. If I had gold, I would be able to. I can do one weapon. But as a Fury Warrior, if you're a fan of Vinland Saga, you could have massive two-handed weapons that are daggers. You could have your two-handers look like daggers. As a Fury Warrior, you could literally go like full Vinland Saga. If you're a fan of that anime. But if you haven't watched it, it's really, really good. Even if you're someone who's like, anime, I don't really watch it. That one is really good. I feel like that one is like not super weeb. That one is like accepted by the general public. That one is actually an excellent show. Bro, the topic, what you think about He-Man movie? He-Man movie? Is there a He-Man movie? He-Man movie. How would that out? How would that? Oh god, there is a He-Man. There's a trailer? Huh? Wait, that's a thing? Did that get announced today? Bro, I need to look at the trailer. I'm not gonna look at the trailer here because my stream is gonna get copyrighted. But the outfit though, hold on a second. Hold on a second. I was gonna say like, how would they make the He-Man outfit work? But bro, hold on a moment. Hold on a moment. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Can I stream? There we go. Hold up. Skeletor and He-Man. Hold up a second. Hold up. I was gonna like, how would they make that outfit work? Because it's a little silly. Works for a cartoon, but like, I mean, if they recreated it if they recreated it like, they always are, unfortunately. Red Paleo P. They're pretty good, yeah. They're generally pretty good. But look, if you are gonna recreate He-Man, if you're gonna recreate the outfit perfect as it was in the original, I mean, that deserves some credit. That deserves credit. At the very least, they keep it like, keep it like authentic. Double check with Caneric how the group is doing, and then we'll see. whenever he messages me back. It was sick in my opinion. I need to watch the trailer. Now I'm interested. I don't really go out and watch movies that much, but if that one looks kind of good, I'll actually go watch it for shits and giggles. Yeah, if that did I get announced today? I did not know about it until now. That's pretty sick. I do want to see what the trailer is like. But yeah, waiting for Kinetic to see how the group is doing. I'll probably message him in a second here. But yeah, he might be like dueling or AFK for 2 seconds or something. Or gone. Maybe gone. I'll see. Did I see the trailer on like Twitter or something? Is it on Twitter? Anybody talked about it? I'm assuming so, right? No, not really. I'm surprised actually. Yeah, nobody really. Is that not new then? Did that just get announced and just didn't make the rounds yet? I think you're waiting for one guy to use the restroom. Okay. Yeah. I'll check it with Kinetic in a second. Did you resemble the group leader off? Oh, really? Is Kinetic offline? We can do this. Whoever is lead of that group, can you do any of you have me added on? Actually, hold on. Pass it to the paladin. Not Porce. The other paladin, Merlin. Pass it to Merlin and ask him to invite me to the group. Yeah, if Kinetic is offline, looks like he is on BNet here at least. Because it looks like on chat he's not on offline. You got to see this? I'm coming back. Okay, cool. Yeah. But yeah, if you can pass it to Merlin, pass the lead to Merlin, whoever's leading that group, and have him add me, then we can get you guys a +1. Keep it going like 1 or 2 more games. Yeah. Merlin's coming back. But yeah, I did not know anything about the movie though. Yeah, I mean the outfits are kind of okay. I just watched the trailer. Pretty neat. Unless Kinetic also get his CD and is having to come back as well. Which we'll find out here in a second, yeah. Which we'll find out kind of soon. But yeah. Dude, what I did over the weekend is I decided to like get a bunch of because we've got a snowstorm coming in here on the East Coast. It's gonna be pretty rough. So I decided to get a bunch of like video stuff done the other day. I got like 4 or 5 projects out and I rendered them all, thumbnail, all that. Spending pretty much threw away the entire day and any free time that I had to do that. It was really, pretty enjoyable because like I already had video ideas, but I thought like, well, if I'm gonna not have power over the weekend, like after Saturday night, which is tonight and onwards, at least I'm gonna get ahead of things a little. Dalaran, make a 5V5 group please in LG. Yes, I can. See if you can have me invited to take over the group. Yeah, if somebody can pass lead to Merlin, whoever's lead, if Kinetic is offline, it should pass one of you guys lead. And then you invite me into the group and pass me lead. I can take over. And what I can do with that is put up the group in LFG and try to see if we can get us a +1. Ty did say he'll be able to help send. I mean, like you tell the group like, hey, pass me lead. Yeah, or like if you could suggest me into the group, that could also work too. Like whatever works, man. Just whoever's lead will need to find a way to get me in. So you can either suggest me to the lead of the group or they pass you lead and you can just invite me. Either way works. Unless you like sent it into LFG and listed it. Which I don't think so. Eastern Plague RP event? Whoa, on Molten or Wormus Accord? Whoa, might be AFK. Yeah, I'd give him a second. I'd give him a second. Might be worth like whispering and be like, hey, can you pass me lead? I'll get Dal in here. He'll take over the group. Because as soon as I'm in, I can list you guys up and everything. We can get a +1. At least we got some games in a day, right? I'm surprised how strong BM is, like chilling behind the pillow, letting the pets just eat people. That is crazy. Actually crazy. Because previously I remember Beastmaster, like as soon as you go behind the pillar, like the pets just don't really do much. But it seems like now they're very, very, very effective. Like ridiculously so. Letting weapons to work, it is hilarious. Yeah, I think the only other pet spec that could do that realistically is Unholy Death Knight, but only when they get like the entire army, right? When they summon the A-bomb and they get the riders and you behind the pillar and they're not running away from the pets, those will kill people. Not responding, I'm gonna drop and you invite me. Oh no, let's not do that, Merlin, because I feel like we won't be able to get that group back again. I would stay in that group, man. Invite you to your group? That could work too. Wait, what? Oh. Did you? No, I don't know if it'll get those people back, bro. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I was thinking you should probably stay in just because we already have 4 people. Yeah, but they're responding. Yeah, okay. Is that Merlin whisper him? Oh yeah, I guess Merlin could whisper and be like, hey, yeah, that could work too. Bro need LFG. Merlin, okay, if you're trying to get me to like do this thing, either you need to list the group or pass me lead and I'll list it, man. Yeah, I am gonna list it up in LFG in a little bit here. As soon as he passes me lead, man. With, invite you to a group, but you can also be store more in a group. With, I can suggest invite with. I can do it like that. I'll join my drill for this team. Yeah. Yeah, Merlin, you're either gonna... There we go. Unless you're gonna list it, you might want to pass me a lead so I can list it. What is that debuff you have? That's some kind of a debuff. Alright, I'm now group lead. Chat, we're gonna try to see if I can list it back under Molten Core. Under Molten Core 5V5 1v1 Duels. And you know what? I'm gonna switch it from competitive to relaxed. From competitive to relaxed. If you just want to relax with us on some 5v5 1v1 Duels, man, you're more than welcome to. But yeah, if you were in team previously with Kineric, with Big Bleeds, and you want to keep playing, like Pores, you're more than welcome to join back in. Or whoever. I'm gonna see if I can invite. Check Susie. You invite him all the time, but he's usually doing other stuff. I'm assuming it's gonna be same deal this time. Does Colby want to join in? I'm gonna message him. Somebody's gonna drop by the swing by, say hello. Yeah, and that's like the only new person. Porcel, there it is. Okay, well, pores we have 3. No, yeah, 3. And I'll need 2 more. Ideally. There was somebody else over on the team Kineric too. You're more than welcome to join us if you feel like it. More than welcome to. Probably on midnight, have a gear or anything in a moment. Fair. I feel like they probably should allow you to have an easier time gearing up a character for PvP once like the season it's pre-patch or whatever. Like reduce the cost of all the gear greatly, or maybe allow you to buy conquest gear for honor gear or for honor points. I feel like that'd be kind of sick actually. That's something you used to do in previous expansions, but now it's like a whole new set of gear anyway. Leaving me to have it filled? Okay. Yeah, if you got any homies you want to invite, you're more than welcome to. Unless you're gonna leave it like fill it with multi-box accounts, and then that'd be kind of nuts. I don't know if you'll be able to. I think those characters will start getting DC'd, but who knows, right? Yeah. Yeah, so with that, if Rainy takes it, then it will have 4. It says 4 here, but you basically just got a -1 because I'm in the group. Yeah, so with that, we got 4. And we need 1 more for a 5th, and then we'll be good to go. Boris, double checking, making sure your group is all good. I'll take a sip out of my massive mug. Learning how to drink out of this thing without making a mess. The conquest system, conquest points and conquest system. I mean, I guess it depends what conquest system we're talking about, because conquest points are still in the game. So we still have conquest points, honor points, all that. I was just saying, like, I wish for like doing pre-patch, like the last, like, you know, the best of the best gear of that expansion should be purchasable with just honor points at that point. Without rating lock. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, without rating lock, I do think it kind of works. Yeah, you do have a weekly cap on how much conquest you get, but like, I think it works. Plus, it increase how much conquest you get, and they give you weapons for free. It takes a couple of weeks, but then they give you weapons for free. So it's like one less item you got to purchase. And also with the crafting gear that they added, you can just craft and really optimize your gear. So like if you don't have like a haste versus up chest piece for your spec, you can just always craft it. So you can get like the stats you're looking for to really min-max your character. I think that is really, really nice, honestly. I think it works pretty well. Wait, Chicago is on? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Chicago is on. I'm gonna see if Chicago's down, man. I'm gonna see if Chicago wants in. Holy. Max level lag behind 2400 rating is too few people. That's true. Yeah. Yeah. Having a lot of your gear locked out. That's what Shadowlands did too. They had like a rating log behind gear. You could upgrade your items up until a certain point based on your rating. And once you hit 2400, or was it 2100, you got like the best of the best gear. And you could literally just like 1v3, 1v4 people that have like honor gear. Like basic honor gear. It was crazy. Actually crazy. So I think them standardizing PvP gear so everybody can achieve like the standardized item level. I think that's generally helpful. I think that's generally good for the game. I think it's generally healthy. Like, I guess the rating system for like, you know, classic versions of WoW worked for the time, but yeah, I feel like when you do want to put players on like the same playing field, I think at least letting them be able to grind out gear to have the same item levels as top tier players, right? Nobody really has a gear advantage at that point. As long as you put the time in to get your conquest every week, then you're good. I did see some people saying they should bring back the Legion, what's it called? Stat templates, so you don't need gear, you can just jump into PvP, but I don't know, man. I didn't like stat templates. Problem with those was you couldn't control your gear, you couldn't control your stats. Blizzard just decided, oh, we're gonna give you a lot of mastery. I'm like, dude, mastery is useless for me, Blizzard. Please, give me good stats. Let me decide what stats I want. Thank you very much. I think gear progression in PvP does need to matter. I think there's fun with it. Watching the character grow stronger, but also being able to make it so it's a level that everybody can achieve just with enough time and patience. I think it's perfectly fine, honestly. I think it's a nice, decent enough middle ground, in my opinion. Yabsha? Yeah, more than welcome to invite a friend. I'm still waiting for Chicago to reach me, hit me up. Are we in raid? We're on raid. Yeah, so we still need one more. Hopefully we'll get one, and maybe we can get like, with how much time we spent doing this, maybe we'll get like one more going. And next week, I think we'll try doing these more regularly for NA. So Ty and Boris, if you guys want to join these next week too, because I know Boris and Ty are pretty great for helping put groups together. That would be awesome. Best gear being lag behind rating for 0.5 to 1% of people achieve is insane. It does feel a little odd, yeah. The last one, okay, that's fine. We can go 4v4. We'll do it like this. We got 4 in each team. We're gonna do 4v4, yeah? 4v4, yeah. We're gonna do 4v4. We're gonna do 4v4. 4v4 it is. They also have 4. Perfect. And I guess I'm gonna make Merlin lead, just so I can queue you up. Perfect. Invite spectator match. Merlin and Boris for... What map do we do? Chicago? I was thinking get Chicago in. I whispered him. I didn't get a message back, so we're just gonna push on and do a 4v4 and then probably call it for now and see how we do next week. But yeah, no, there's a place for Chicago. Just Chicago, I think, is AFK for the time being. I'm just gonna let them do their thing. What a map do I do? Do we just do Blade's Edge? Blades, maybe? Let's do one Blade's Edge to end the night off. I'm cool with that. Join as a group failed. Maybe Blade's Edge is no good? Maybe, I don't know, Tigers? Try it again. Join as a group failed. Huh? Maybe the list is still... I don't think so. No, it would be hung in limbo. It's somebody hit a decline. When it said join as a group failed. Otherwise, it'd just be hung in limbo if those still listed. I made sure to unlist them before I left. Maybe it's the map? Dalaran? Maybe it's the map. I don't know. But it's because pre-patch battle midnight add-on. I mean, on it. I think it depends. It's a region-based thing. Because yesterday on EU, we got 2 groups pretty quickly, and we were game after game after game after game, never having to wait a long time to replace people. So it's region-based, not like expansion-based, really. I think it really does come down to the region. And it's not like me saying like NA good, EU bad, or anything like that. That's not what I meant by the comment. But I think it's just NA, it's just chilling. You know what I mean? J chillin'. What does toggle user interface do, by the way? Ah. Okay, so I'm wondering if I could toggle default user interface for like to remove the outlines. Which I was trying to see if I could remove those. On team 1, regardless of Merlin is gonna be first up. It's gonna be, hold on a second. Juice box? Is that what it's supposed to be? Jukebox or juice box? I'm not even sure. It is gonna go for the opener with kill commands, dude. The Beastmaster Hunters. I feel like they're becoming pretty much everywhere now. Now that their pets are absolutely doing like unreal amounts of damage. Merlin does at least get himself a bit of a setup, but unfortunately, Bubbles this. Huh. Bubbles a very aggressive play. Like a real aggressive play. Stampede out for Juice Box though, as he got himself a stone wall available. Merlin's just sliding even though he is stunned. So I don't really know what's happening on that end. But look at the damage from range though, dude. Those hammer procs are doing a lot. Juice Box having to go for a fade. May have to go for a turtle shell here. Exil already got used. I don't know if he's got another wall. If he can just find a way to stay away from Merlin, there's at least no more bubble. Bob still available. Stampede is just walking right through it. Does not get deterred whatsoever. And Juice Box may just go down here. A turtle shell does come out, but still not out of the woods just yet. Whatever damage you can do with those pets from a distance and keep the paladin kited out, that's going to help you for sure. But I don't really know if you're going to be able to live. Feign death just to try to see if you can duck the damage from that last jumplers. But unfortunately, there's only so much you can really do in that kind of a situation. But with Jorel, unless you got something, maybe Spell Warden? Or no, not even Spell Warden. I was thinking for a second like maybe Spell Warden. It doesn't look like he even has Spell Warden. It looks like he has a Bop, but no Spell Warden, which is unfortunate. What's up next? Is it Force? Is it Yapsha? What's your name? Yabasha? I don't even, or is it Vith? It looks like possibly Vith is a balanced druid versus Jorel. They really gotta, I don't know why Blizzard remove everybody's names off of like the nameplates on like the left hand and right hand side of the screen. Makes it super difficult to keep up with who is who, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. It's such tiny text. And it's like, The obvious solution is like, well, just increase the nameplates. The thing is, when I do that, it doesn't do anything. When they increase like player nameplates, all nameplates, none of it works. None of it changes anything. They just default back to like this tiny bars, which are so hard to like look at sometimes. really hard. It's gonna be Jor. Try to see if they keep the pressure on to Vith the entire time. Unfortunately for Vith, he just has to play super defensive. Super slow pace with more clones, trying to go for whatever healing he can. Dampening still super low, so at the very least you're in the best spot you can to get yourself any kind of recovery. Half moon, full moon. Hold on a second, I haven't seen a full moon play in such a long while. He's got himself a decent bit of damage, laying hands out for Joro, so at the very least you are getting little cooldowns out of him, bit by bit, little by little. He doesn't have that magic immunity, he doesn't have lay. And possibly you could get a bubble out of him. Question is, I don't know if you'll have the cooldowns here. He has himself yet another full moon though, flying in. Dude, I haven't seen a big old full moon. Last time I seen big moons, it was maybe Legion or Shadowlands, when you would convoke and get a bunch of moons dropping on someone's head. Bunch of moons dropping on someone's dome. That is, I think, last time I've seen that moon just global people, just out of nowhere. Does go for clone, does go for goes dampening, not super high, so at the very least you do have some recovery. And no bubble for Jorl. I'm not really sure when he bubbled, but apparently he did. Does get hit with an instantaneous root. Vith tried to go, I think, for maybe another root, but unfortunately the GRs are very heavy. Trees are going to add some decent damage in, together with the additional Fade Dragons on top of it. But unless if you had yourself some big damage here, I don't really know what much more you can really do in that situation. Does get himself that blind onto the druid, and he does have bark at the very least. He does have Incarn coming up very soon, so maybe range Incarn root silence combo, because Jorl is just left with not a lot to work with. Root silence, and there goes a half moon, possibly new moon. I don't know if he has it though. Star Sword is maybe enough, and does have just enough damage just to kite out the paladin, keep it in arm's reach, and just take him down little by little. Ain't no way he's gonna find himself though, right? Yeah, ain't no way he's gonna find himself though, right? Look at them swords, man. Hell yeah, that's a subtlety right there. Subtlety rogue wielding swords, still shadow striking, still backstabbing, but instead of little dinky daggers, he's got himself massive demonic. I was gonna say glaze. Glaze would have been awesome, but massive demonic swords, that is still pretty good. That can work pretty well. With just making sure to get himself a at least bear form. I think for demonic it's probably gonna be still a full kinder shot, right? Or does he just go in? No, actually not gonna go for it. Roar clone, unfortunately, it is going to be tricky for demoniac. Does get a trinket out of Vith. That's the opportunity to get some damage going. Barsket is out. Vith got himself maybe a little bit of damage. Another stone, but that's about the only one that the rogue is going to be able to get for the time being. He's still got blades. He's still got dance. He's still got a lot of damage. You can just still pump it through. Vith, however, has a ton of recovery while in bear form, and he's going to utilize that recovery while he's got it. It's going to be the rogue backing away from the cyclone. I think actually max trends that clone too. But for Vith, that could be an opportunity just to go for a full proper route. Smoke bomb for the rogue just to create himself some cover. And as long as he can go for another kidney shot on the feral or druid, unfortunately in bear form, so he's going to be able to get a lot of recovery. Yet another cheap shot, got himself lots of procs. That's going to be yet another clone. Yeah, unfortunately, it is going to be an escape for the druid. The rogue has a ton of burst damage, but unless you can just global the druid, especially if he's out of bear form, that would be the best situation, is to hit him while he's out. It's going to be advantage to follow out of the root. Cheap shot, unfortunately, back in bear, so he's going to give himself a lot of defenses with that. Barskin on top of it too, so it's going to make it a little bit harder for you to keep the pressure rolling in. And Vith got some damage, but I don't really know if he has enough to fight the rogue here. Blind, the rogue has still plenty of CC. He could always go for a gouge too. I think he just know where to go. Try to go for a clone, try to juke it. Does get the juke. Cyclone does go through. Regrowth actually somewhat helping him stabilize. If you got another bear form, then maybe he can make some work here, right? Maybe. I mean, the rogue is getting pelted. The rogue is getting actually chipped away little by little. I bet it's still alive. The rogue has a go. He has potentially decent damage here. He got the cold blood proc too, but he knows that kiting and getting chasing after Vith and just getting kited is not going to be great. Trees are also not feeling that great either. Not a lot of damage, but enough to put your health in a bad spot. So Vith could potentially just get a couple of start surges and it's over. For demoniac, I think he may need to wait for a cloak of shadows. Yeah, kidney shot. No trinket. This way goes in. Shadow blades, everything available. It's just over. You rogue may still need to cloak. He's still taking a lot of damage. A lot of damage. Does go for the cloak. Unfortunately, Force is going to be the guy that is fighting up against. Wow, bro, it was so close. It was actually so close. The rogue knows, like, he can do enough damage to get himself a lot done. He can do a lot in that situation. He can do a lot. He just needs to get himself that angle and that CC. But yeah, it is such a close duel, honestly. I knew I couldn't 1v1 myself. Well, yeah. That's true. That's true. But I mean, worst to worst, like, you wouldn't be able to 1v1 yourself, but then you would play the hunter and play out the rest of the team, right? That at least would be a way of going about it. Or else I would have won. Yeah. I think you should still go for the win anyway, because worst to worst, you just put the druid on the side, and the next guy that's supposed to play after the druid, you know, play him in your hunter. And that works too. Demoniac, just try to see if you can stay next to Porge, but looking like Porge has got so much mobility, so much range, just able to keep the rogue at a distance. The rogue goes in for a step, but unfortunately he doesn't have a setup to go for a kidney. He's just trying to see if he can catch himself a reset. That blind should let him get one. Demonic is good. He is very, very good. As a rogue, he's really, really good. Sab, unfortunately, the Waker Mashes does connect. I think it puts it down on you, right? It might. Maybe. So Porus, he does have eyes available on the other side. I'm wondering if Demoniac rushes him? No. He's going to play around the pillar. Got himself a sippy cup that is going to get some decent healing. Hodge, though. What is that Hodge? He hodged him while behind the pillar, I swear. He was literally behind the tombstone. I don't know what Demoniac can do in that situation. He's going to try to see if he can juke him out. Create some line of sight and stay away. Might decide to go for a kidney and have a gun. Shield of Vengeance, unfortunately for Porus, all Demoniac can do is just keep trucking. He doesn't have much to work with here, but unfortunately he is going to go down with God, what is the name? Talbot giving Porus a chance to at least get himself a little bit of healing. I like that rat mount, by the way. It's so good. It is so good. I still need to go get it. Oh, your marksman this turn. That BM. Interesting. Bob, do you have a way to remove it? Do you have a purge? I think you do, right? Oh, no, you don't. Doesn't look like he has strength. Unfortunately, feign death for a second. Talmud at least is able to drop down a freezing trap. Blessing of protection doesn't stop those. But you still have yourself decent damage. Full burst. Big chakram flowing in. There's going to be maybe a turtle shell for the bubble. Does go for the turtle shell. Force, dude, that chakram is not going anywhere. It's not going to stop. I think it's because he had immunity. Just like tried to hit him. It's like, nope, I can't hit him. I come back again. It's like just a boomerang just going back in. It's just actually not that bad. First save for Talmud. I'm wondering now, because Boris does not have any forbearance buttons. Maybe lay in hands, but there's a freezing trap waiting for him. Does he realize it? Oh no, I don't think he realized it. For Talmud, he got himself a proper setup. Big aim shots. Got himself a little bit of damage here too. Binding shot for a second. Boris, if he moves in a weird direction, is going to be in a rough spot. Wall available for Talmud. Feign death for a second. Still is going to get blinded, unfortunately. And I think binding shot did nothing because of that blind. Does get a silence, but I think it might be lights here. Yeah, unfortunately, it is lights. I don't really know what a hunter can do against a paladin like that. Maybe a marksman needs to wait until they have like... Marksman may need their apex talents, to be fair, because that thing is pretty influential. Sure, BM? Yeah, you could always just ran BM and just sat behind the pillar, just let the pets eat them. That is true. That is true. You could... so the fact that you picked the tougher, the hardest spec to play right now for PvP, honestly, it's respectable. It is respectable. Chat, I do appreciate you guys for joining. I am gonna call it here though. These were fun. Like, I'll see if Ty and Boris are here next week for NA duels, and like if Flex joins in, all that. Like if we get like at least some bodies, we can get 2 groups going. I think we'll do NA games, but if for some reason we're not able to, then what's it? Then maybe I'll just do double EU. We'll see. We'll see. I'll get groups, don't worry. Sounds good. So then we'll try for it again next week, yeah? Next week, boys. I appreciate you. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thanks so much for joining, man. Boris, Ty. And I also do have to thank, scrolling up, Bryce. Yo, boys, appreciate you. Bryce for, what is it? For encouraging me just to keep this thing going. At least give it a proper shot. Give it a proper try. You know what I mean? But yeah, you guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, I think I'll see you guys. Is ticket thing disabled? Ticket targeting? There it is. I'll see you guys all not tomorrow. Tomorrow I might be I might not even be, or tomorrow I might be buried under snow, dude. I might be buried in a snowstorm and I might be preserved in a block of ice. So if they do bury me, at least request my local government to at least make a statue of me, essentially. Just keep me frozen, but like put me in like a monument somewhere or in a museum, just like cryogenically frozen. And just like, I'm sure, just at least tell him, like, can you give him the nickname Dalaran the Rogue? Petition my local government of North Carolina to do that for me. That'd be great. But yeah, it's gonna be a bad snowstorm. Everything is gonna be frozen over. Power lines are probably gonna go down, unfortunately. We'll see how it goes. I'm hoping. Look, I got an entire season 1 of Free Rim preloaded on my phone. I got everything charged and ready to go. Hopefully I'll be okay. Maybe we'll survive the snowstorm. Maybe we won't. Maybe I'll see you guys Tuesday if I do survive them. Yeah, maybe I'll see you guys Tuesday. But Tuesday should be a pre-patch, should be a new event, should be all those things. Could be a lot of fun. But yeah, you guys have a wonderful one. Thanks so much for joining. I appreciate ya. And have a wonderful evening and weekend. Stay safe and try not to freeze yourselves, especially if you live in NA. Alrighty, peace.
Defeated, holding on to something I've needed. I'm looking for a reason, finding all you're wanting, a demon. Helpless, defeated, holding on to something I've needed. I'm looking for a reason.